We did it. We got here. It's 4 years. It's 4 years. I crapped the bed on this one. So I thought it was 5 because I was going by the dates. But it's like if your first birthday, you're 1 year old. That's how I was working it out. Look at all these people here already. We got Frank. We got Russ. We got Soda's Exotics. That's Sam, right? No, that's not Sam. I think that's Sam. We got Justin. We got Doug is here. Ryan Marshall is here with a waffle or some kind of a nougat square. Frank the Tank, Wally. This is an all-star cast, but it shows there's only 4 of you. This is why I hate this process, is it shows there's only 4 people watching right now, but there's at least 8 people in the chat. 2 people waiting backstage. So who knew that was going to happen? So I guess we'll get to that first. We'll do guests first. But 4 years, let's see, I got a little bit of numbers here for you guys. Just a little we'll start with. We'll get into more later. Russ helped me find the yearly demographics. I'm going to read those live. We'll read them, and they'll be new to both of us, okay? Kind of. 148 live interviews in 4 years. I don't know what that averages out to. Justin, do the math. Justin's my guy. So the closest thing I'll ever have to a producer. So literally ever. My phone is dead. I'll join backstage as soon as I can. Nice job, Ryan. Bring Jess. We're going to get Jess on this show. Just get a ponytail. She'll look great. She looks great in a ponytail. I've seen her at the shows. It's good. NARBC, ponytail. If you ever know women, if you're worried about being in public and you're at NARBC and you're vending, ponytail. That's your go-to. Okay. I'm just saying. Guys don't have to worry about that stuff. Ladies to worry about it. It's a shame that that's a double standard. Ponytail. Okay. That's it. It's easy. You're in. It's good to go. Ryan's laughing about it. So hopefully Jess is laughing too. So first I want to bring on a very special guest. It's double. It's a 2-for-1. We got the Wilsons. So I wanted to bring them in first because it's later there. And Kelly has never been on the show. I've never seen more than like part of her torso and an arm as she handed Russ something. So here they are.
Hey, you got us both laughing.
Oh, can't do that. Can't do that.
You'll just get part of me.
I just want you to smooch. Oh, what? PDA on the show. Bravo.
Any excuse, yeah.
He's
First time. He's your favorite?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So, Kelly, you're into a lot of the same things that Russ is into. Does that really help your guys' relationship, do you think?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a dumb question, but I have to ask. It's a dumb question show.
Yeah, no, we talk to a lot of people and they kind of look at me like, you're okay with this in the house?
No roaches. I know the rules. No roaches.
No roaches. Yes. I don't have that many rules, really, all things considered.
Yeah.
TJ says roaches are fine in your house. So
no, I hate roaches.
TJ does.
TJ, you can have roaches in your house. You can have all of them. I want none of them.
I showed Russ and Kelly my chalice already. These are limited edition Lord of the Rings McDonald's glasses that are so old that the rubber has turned yellow.
And what do you
The light is still working. The light, I don't know if you can see. That's the light. It's pathetic. Can you see it there?
Yeah. We've got
right there.
We've got the file of Galadriel glowing there.
I can't figure out it. Yes, it's not Galadriel. It's
no,
Muriel
because it's glowing. This is Arwen.
Oh, got you. Yeah, it's Muriel.
Yeah.
Arwen.
Yeah,
it's Liv Tyler. That movie.
Yeah, she's the one who played Arwen.
Those movies were so good.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think it's good you guys are into the same thing, and obviously both into Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Both big into Star Wars.
She corrected you on Arwen before, yeah.
She was. She
I
still
introduced as we were dating. I introduced her to reading the Lord of the Rings. I read them all out loud to her before the movies.
Because I hadn't read them yet, so
I want to say that that's real sexy, but
it kind of is.
It's a bonding experience.
Yeah.
We still read together. We read lots of books together.
Yep, we do.
That's good. Like side by side, or you read them aloud?
Out loud. We read them out loud together.
Like we'll take turns reading chapters, whatever.
That's a secret. How long have you been married?
27 plus,
27 in April.
Yeah.
27 in April. That's a secret, guys. Read aloud to each other.
Yeah,
it helps.
I don't do that with my wife. We read like Facebook posts to each other. Like, can you believe this?
It's a start.
Yeah. Can you believe what John did for dinner tonight? Oh my gosh. Then we just talk trash. Look like snakes to her. No Leos. What?
Oh, Leos.
I'm losing. I'm not going to be able to keep track of the chat tonight. I'm just not. Let Russ get roaches and more arachnids.
Nope, sorry. He likes me better.
That's
No arachnids either?
Oh, we have arachnids.
We have some, jumping spiders I'm okay with. We have some other ones that I just don't look at.
Yeah. I was
And-
getting into that too. I counted the number of thumbnails that I hand drew, and I forgot that I drew that one. I have to find it, the one that I drew, the post-mortem drawing of your tailless whip scorpion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are fine. I'm fine with
She's
those.
fine with those.
Yeah.
One day at an expo, I forgot that she was a little uncomfortable with them, and I handed her one.
Oh.
To work
I got
with
comfortable
somebody,
with
and she got comfortable with it.
She didn't throw it.
This is what we're doing.
I just didn't even think about it, and I should have. But
There's an 80% chance I would have thrown it. They're just for real. That's not even a made-up number. There's a very good chance it would have launched into the air. For sure.
But it totally worked out.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, I saw your guys' Star Wars pictures. Who's the most excited to be at Star Wars Land at Disney World?
I've never been
Are
there.
we going?
Someday maybe we'll go.
I thought you guys went, or was it just a
No.
convention or something?
No.
That was
Oh,
just
this
a
is at
convention.
FanX.
Yeah. it was
When
a-
we dressed up?
It's like a Comic-Con kind of
Yeah.
thing.
In
Oh,
Salt
for
Lake.
Star Wars.
Yeah. Well, but not just
Just-
Star Wars, but including Star
Yeah.
Wars. It's like different fandoms.
Like a big cosplay
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
situation.
Plus other things.
Yeah.
I mean, they have famous people from different fandoms, and you can get autographs if you want, all
It's
kinds of stuff.
basically like a Comic-Con.
Okay.
Half the fun is wandering around seeing people in costume.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun.
Now, okay, Russ, I'm going to put you on the spot. So, I don't know how much of the show you watch when you're not on the show.
Oh, I
What's one
watched
of your
that.
favorite moments
Hmm.
of this show? It's going to be very self-centered. It's going to be very focused on me this episode. So,
That's a good question, because I've been on the show a lot of times, but I've also watched a lot of
Oh.
episodes that
you have been on the show 13 times by my count. I may be
including
off.
this time.
This is 14,
Yeah, including the cameo with Joe.
15, 27 times. 27 times.
Yeah.
Dang it. I forgot to mark that down. This was made before you mentioned the Joe cameo.
Okay.
That was one of my favorite moments, honestly, because Joe
That
did
was-
not expect that.
That was really fun. I like just lighthearted playing jokes. It doesn't hurt anybody. It was just funny. I love doing
exactly.
that kind of stuff. And honestly, just one of my favorite things about being on the show is just that you invite me back. Seriously.
You're always worth like 150 views, bro. Let me just say that's big numbers for me.
It's super fun to come and just talk about whatever we're talking about, and I just had a ball every time. I love your sense of humor and your welcoming. You just welcome everybody. It's awesome. It feels like, feels like we're in the same room just having fun. So I think that's one of my favorite things about your show.
Someday
We'll do
we'll
that.
go get a meal together. So I made deviled eggs. Would you like one?
Sure.
Deviled eggs, I do them a little different than other people. So I've got bacon, Parmesan, red pepper flake. What else is on here?
That
Those
sounds
French's
awesome.
fried onions. I love a deviled egg. I love a
Sounds
deviled
like
egg.
you know how to devil an egg, my friend.
I do a lot of different deviled eggs. So
Yeah.
they're my most requested food that I cook.
Yeah.
Oh, invertebrate dude is here.
So Bob
I always
Russ
forget
counts
that's
as a different-
DJ.
counts as a different entry.
Different entry.
There he is.
Yeah,
So
they're different entities,
TJ's been on 8 times, including this time.
8 times?
2 times in a row because somebody
Dang.
canceled on me. And I was like, TJ, what are you doing tonight? And he's like, I never am doing shit. Come on. Let
Yeah,
me come on the show.
that's wow, 8 times.
Yeah.
Really? Wow, that's a lot more than I thought.
I'm going to ask you what your favorite time was while I eat this egg.
My favorite time. I have bad memory, man.
Just
My
pick a
favorite-
good one.
My favorite clip of the show was Kevin talking about that girl at that concert. That was the most memorable to me. You know what? I guess my favorite time on the show was when that assassin bug that I was holding crawled onto my back, and I
was-
had to try to wrangle it off live and not get
Without
bit.
being bitten. I remember that. That was
That
a classic.
funny. That was
Classic
funny.
episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was great. I forgot about that too. Just
That
when you said
was-
assassin bug, I was like,
yeah.
oh, I was so scared for you.
sweating.
No,
Yeah.
that moment, that was an intense moment. I was there. I
Sounds a
remember
little
that.
stressful.
Yeah, yeah.
just a
You
little.
both
It was a
did
big
pretty
one.
well, but
Yeah, I think
was
it was
about this
poured
big.
up, wasn't it?
It was huge.
It was. Yeah.
It was against that
That was
very
fun.
wall.
Yep.
Man.
Uh,
Kelly, you watch and comment every episode. What's your favorite?
What's my favorite?
You knew what you were getting into. Russ didn't tell you. I'm gonna pick on you.
on the spot. On the spot. What's your favorite episode?
Is
This
this the one with
one.
the food? Is this the one you guys do funny foods?
yes. it
Okay,
is.
I
We
think
do.
Russ always tells me about when you guys do funny foods, and those are fun.
We do
Like
funny
when we
foods.
did the pie thing.
Yeah,
The pie thing was the best.
I think I made you
think.
the pie. I made
you
that
did.
pie.
She made that.
You
pie.
made that. Mine was frozen. I don't bake, and my
pie.
wife
No,
does.
you're gonna make your own real pie.
Well, the last time we
Yeah.
did the pumpkin pie,
Mhm.
is she made the pie.
Yeah.
It
The
was
pumpkin pie. I was
Yeah.
talking about the French silk pie where we
awesome. And
passed
did
it
the
to
French
each other.
silk pie. I don't remember how we did that.
I think I made you the chocolate pudding pie.
You probably did.
Yeah.
That's
She
a good
makes
wife. That's
excellent
another
pie.
way to keep somebody for 27 years.
Pie.
Bravo.
Pie and
Bravo.
books.
Pie.
Make
And
pie.
ponytails. I don't know if you were listening, but ponytails are key.
we were giggling about that. I'll tell you.
I was literally watching Kelly's face to see if I was going over the top. Like, is this sexist or not?
Did you? See
I never
the
want to be
expression-
sexist or misogynistic on the show, but
But you just were, so stop.
well, you know, ponytails are our friends.
I just whacked the microphone. Hopefully that didn't hurt anybody's ear.
it didn't hurt anyone's ear. But
Oh,
you sound.
thank
No, you went really quiet, so it's the opposite actually.
Oh, it's really
Okay.
quiet.
Well, now it's not. Now you're fine.
So
Okay.
okay.
Okay. Sorry.
I wish I had time. I could talk about reptiles, pods, and have a segment about weird medical cases.
Oh,
Yeah,
weird
no.
medical cases like
Ooh.
medical cases with critters.
Yeah, that's
Humans are better.
no, but like human medical cases related to critters,
Like
Yeah.
zoonoses.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yuck! Like
Yeah.
bird flu.
Or,
Yeah.
I don't know. Somebody
Yeah.
comes in with something that bit them and won't let go.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I've had that a few times. It's fun.
Did you have to go to the hospital for it?
Nope. Had to think about it for a minute, but
Well, you couldn't have taken the ostrich to the hospital with you.
that's true.
Man, ostriches are mean. They're so mean.
This one was mean and hungry, and
Yeah.
I was.
I just see Russ riding an ostrich with his arm up, like it's biting his finger, it won't let go. It's got him by the thumb, and he rides it into the ER. It's like, can I speak with a nurse, please?
Have you told that story on here?
I don't think I've ever told the story on.
It had his
Never heard
arm
this.
up to like his elbow. It's
Wait, what?
I was like 13 years old.
And he swallowed your arm?
Because okay, you know how they have the signs on the zoo in the zoo, don't feed the animal, 13-year-old boy, that means feed the animals,
I
right?
can't even see those signs anymore. I don't even see them.
So
And
he's just trying to feed the
It
sorry, I'm
just
taking over your
completely
No,
story.
go ahead.
swallowed-
He's trying to feed the ostrich, yeah, and the ostrich is like, oh great snack, and it's like, oh
Oh my god!
I
I don't
learned
think I would ever
never.
recover from that.
I learned never to feed animals at the zoo unless I was authorized to do so, and I followed that rule ever since.
That would, yeah, trauma will teach you that lesson. I've never been traumatized by an animal at the zoo, except by one that we were allowed, like we were supposed to. They had this thing at Brookfield where it was like this hut, and it was open air hut, and you could sit around. The whole outside was like benches, and so kids sat there. It was in the children's zoo, and they'd bring out like an armadillo, and you could touch an armadillo, or they'd let it loose in the little hut, and your feet, it would run over your feet or whatever.
Yeah.
So they brought out a rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they brought out a rabbit, and everybody's petting this rabbit. I'm like 5, and I guess I pet its chin, and you don't do that to a rabbit, I guess, because it got me real good. It bit me real good. And so I didn't throw the rabbit, but I ripped my hand out real fast, and the rabbit came out of her hands and fell, and
ouch.
she was like mad at me, the keeper lady, and I was too embarrassed to say anything. Meanwhile, I'm bleeding like crazy. But now I still pet everything. I just don't pet rabbits.
No rabbits.
No rabbits. They're off the menu. Russell's banned
Or they're
from the
on the
zoo.
menu because you don't want to pet them.
There you go.
I don't want to eat them either. It's a lot of work. Like they're
That's
fine, but it's a lot of work. I would if I had to.
Be made,
Yeah, if the economy keeps tanking, I'll start eating some rabbits. But
Katie says she would pay good money to see you ride an ostrich.
I think I'm too heavy for an
I'll start a Kickstarter right after this.
I will donate to the Kickstarter.
Yeah, it needs to support. The Kickstarter has to pay for us to rent an ostrich that Russ can ride, and
That'd
I
be
have
a
to go
big
film
ostrich.
it. I have to be there live to film it.
Yes.
ostrich.
So
Yeah.
it'll
would
be
like to-
really
Same
shaky.
ostrich that bit your hand.
Yeah, same one.
Still alive. Find that
What would
ostrich.
ostrich be? That ostrich would be like 50 years old.
I don't know how long they live. Maybe.
Justin, how old do ostriches get, Justin?
Yeah.
Probably not 50.
Someone look it up.
Not 50.
And to be fair, it was like the old day of zoos when they didn't have barriers really between you, and there weren't like moats between the
They
humans
should keep
and
it that way. You
Yeah.
know, teach
these
them-
people
teach
are
them
freaking
young.
out.
That teaches discipline. Now you'll never feed an animal again. You said yourself. So
Yeah,
true.
yeah, I learned.
they should keep that.
I never fed an animal at the zoo until I was authorized to do so later on.
Do you try to pet them? I don't feed the animals at the zoo because I don't want to mess up their diet, but I do try to touch them.
You try
So
to touch them.
I would have been like elbow deep in this friggin' ostrich, like, look at this, get a picture. What are you doing? I would not been mad at all. I would have been like,
Oh,
this is
yeah.
so crazy.
Did your mom notice? I don't remember.
My mom did not see it.
That's probably good.
What did you even try to feed it?
Just like things I shouldn't have tried to feed. I mean, they were edible for ostriches, but this is. Don't try this at home, kids. If we have any kids listening, don't ever try that at home.
God,
It's
I
a
hope
really
not.
bad idea.
I hope we don't. Honestly, I
Oh,
hope we
man.
don't. I did feed a giraffe in the zoo, and then they told me, please don't feed the animals. See, they have a thing now where you can buy like 3 pieces of romaine lettuce for
Yeah.
$8 to feed the giraffe, and I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
That's-
want to just like fill my coat with romaine and then buy their $8 and then just keep pulling it out till they
Oh.
noticed. This guy's really making those 3 leaves work for him,
They're lasting
Yeah.
for him.
just one at a time. Who's next?
To get
Yeah,
her the phrase, I'd be elbow deep in an ostrich
Today,
Up to 70. Frank the Tank says up to 70 for ostriches.
Maybe it is still alive.
Maybe.
Your nemesis might still be.
Let's find him. Let's find him and reunite,
Yes,
guys. Let's start this
mhm.
That was
Kickstarter.
probably the most
Yes.
exciting thing that ever happened to that ostrich in its zoo
it's
career.
probably true.
I would give $20 to a Kickstarter for that cause. I would.
Glad I have all my fingers after
I think
that.
I would give more than that.
We'd have to get a really strong ostrich if I were going to ride it, though.
Yeah.
I don't think they can handle more
Maybe
than.
you at 13.
Yeah, at
not
13,
you
I
now.
weighed like 70 pounds. I'd be fine.
You
But
could get it to sit down and you could just like straddle it. That would be fine.
Kind of like lie on its back. Yeah.
maybe we could just do like an interpretive dance together in the same room.
There we go.
I'll put on an ostrich suit.
No, if you're not on the ostrich, it's gonna attack you. So you have
That's
to be
true.
on- the safest place to be around an ostrich is on it.
Probably true. Because they'll kick you to death, right? Their
Yeah.
kick is
Well,
like
Yeah, they're vicious. I think they kill more people than any other bird.
They're pretty vicious.
that's
That's
an
true.
emu, I think.
Her dad
Oh, I think they
and her
kill.
mom.
I think they kill more than emus.
That's
I know
crazy.
they are certainly capable of killing
Yeah.
people. Her dad and mom both worked in zoos for years, several different
Okay.
zoos for many years.
Okay.
And
Oh,
her
wow,
dad
it was
has
like in
some
the
serious, vicious ostrich stories. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steer clear of ostriches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez. I'm going to bet there's a story that I wrote an ostrich at some point as a kid. Because when I was a kid, Russ, I think we're about the same age.
Yeah.
They had all these crazy, like today it's animal cruelty, but like I've ridden a Galapagos tortoise, an
Mhm.
elephant,
Yeah.
camels.
I do all that stuff.
I would not be surprised. I don't have a story that I know of about an ostrich. I did get bit by the emu at Brookfield Zoo, just on the
You
finger.
Kind of match that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure ostriches do. They are the most dangerous bird. They kill
That's
more people.
wild.
Kill more people than emus do.
They
I saw an
be
article.
big.
They're just so aggressive.
Well, there's a lot more of them, I bet, too. I would think. We don't know.
There's a lot of emus in Australia.
That's
true.
my assumption.
Everyone knows about the emu war. They weren't. They failed.
What?
So there's
Which
too many
one?
of them.
The emus were like
The
taking over
Australians-
crops.
They declared, yeah.
So they declared war. Like literally, the military went out to like wipe out some emus, and they lost.
It's like gun-mounted trucks and everything. True, they sent their troops there, and there
Yeah,
were just too many emus. They couldn't get them under control.
the carnage was.
This is real. This
This is real.
This happened twice.
I've
I
heard
think
about
if I remember right, it's twice that it happened.
Maybe, I don't know if the first time they declared war, but I know the second time they did. Yeah, they declared a state of an emergency.
This time
Wow.
we mean it.
Yeah,
Part two.
and they failed because there's just too many of them.
Have they ever declared that against cane toads?
I don't
State
know.
of
I think they did it
emergency for
against
cane
rabbits
toads?
too.
They got-
Because
they had
rabbits,
rabbits.
Well, cane toads, because it's like they're smaller, right? Emus, you have to gun them down, so
Yeah, I guess
it's
that's
more of a war.
it's true. If
And
it's
the
a cane
emus
toad,
can fight back.
Yeah,
There's
coming
not
over
much
the
a
top
cane
of your
toad can
bunker.
do against you.
there's guys in trenches, and the emus just coming over the trench.
Yeah.
I love what Wally just said. He said, "I now want to see Monty Python's Holy Grail killer rabbit meme replaced with an ostrich."
Look at the
pointy beak.
Oh, that's
Cassowaries are straight up dinosaurs.
I mean, they're all straight up dinosaurs, but yeah,
That's true.
cassowaries.
They used to serve-
Cassowaries.
yeah. They did serve ostrich at Fuddruckers.
That's true. I remember that. They
The
had one.
driest thing I ever ate in my life.
I don't think it's there.
I can be yelling, "Run away! Run away!"
Nobody really talks about the lesser and greater rate.
Yes. And thou shalt hold aloft the holy hand grenade of Antioch,
Antioch.
and thou shalt feast upon breakfast cereals and isopods and roaches and
Ostrich
millipedes
burgers.
and ostrich burgers, and thy enemies being naughty on thy sight shall
Shall
snuff it.
You both with the head flip at the same time.
I need to watch Monty Python. I haven't
We had
seen it yet.
choreography in this episode already. This is good.
Oh, man.
So let's see. So let's do some more numbers. So we'll be surprised to see. So Wally, you already know that, or Wally. I just gave
Wally.
it away. So Wally's the number one guest that I've had on. He's been on the most. I was gonna say Russ, you already know, but then I said Wally, and TJ probably could have figured it out from that. Yeah. People say we don't talk about ice pods enough on this show. How many episodes out of 148? How many do you think we talked about ice pods?
37.
Ooh,
40.
little high. Little high. Kelly, they're
Little
high.
high. Wait a minute.
14?
I don't think I talked about isopods in
All of them?
I was on 15, right? We
15
figured it out.
episodes?
15.
This is 15. This is 16. Or this is 15 right now.
This is 15. I don't think we talked about
Right
isopods on any of them, did we?
You didn't talk about isopods on any
I
of
mean, a
them?
little bit, but that was not like.
I don't think I talked about ice pods with you at all.
Yeah.
Maybe the first time, because you were on like the first 10 episodes. You were in there. We might have talked about ice pods
We
then.
may have.
I didn't.
Yeah, it's been a while. So
I didn't look at it. That's back when we had Claire. 8 episodes with Claire. We had 8 episodes. I still don't know why she left. I still have no idea. She never spoke to me again. She just disappeared one night. I
Mm.
was like, hey, it's time to go live. Are you ready? I'm not going to be there.
Oh, well, she's
Okay, then.
okay.
I hope she's doing well. I'm not petty at all. Let's see. Cancellations. We've had 8 cancellations. 4 of them are Kyle Bunch.
Oh, man.
It's not a joke. It's not a joke. Someone had to go to the hospital. One person had to go to the hospital.
Well,
One person had super bad COVID.
Mm.
Kyle's dishwasher broke or something. I don't remember what happened.
but the kitchen.
No, it just wasn't working. I don't know.
He's like, I gotta cancel. I gotta drop
I have
everything.
to do my dishes.
Oh, I forgot to give you the answer. Ice Pods episodes 26. 26.
Does that include Pods Givings? Because we did Pods Givings and Pods a lot.
I don't think I included Pods Givings.
So at least a few of those.
So probably 30. Close to 30.
So I wasn't too far off with 37.
No, you weren't. You weren't too far off. So I guess it's probably 20% of the episodes, roughly, give or take. I didn't count the Pods Givings. Man,
That's
see?
bad.
We
Yeah,
featured Ice Pods
come
on each
on,
of those.
man. It's your show. You should know.
I should know, but I just found out about the isometrics. Jesus. Let's have some more of this. Hey,
The isometrics.
analytics. The analytics. Isometrics. I'm going to go lay down. You guys carry on without me.
All right. All right.
Crying out
You're
loud. We did 10 episodes on ants.
Oh,
Seems
wow.
like more, but we did 10 episodes on ants. 10 live interviews. 10 interviews.
Yeah.
How
I've
many
done
on roaches?
Dude, I didn't count the roaches. I think 4, but 2 of those were deleted. So we'll get to that later. We've had 6 deleted episodes. So yeah, it's not been great. That
Were
part's
any of
not
those
great.
mine?
No, no. One was this guy ISO Psycho, who was I've had guests be high on the show before, like prior to coming on the show they were high, and it was like whatever. People get high, maybe they're nervous. I don't care. This guy just kept vaping and getting higher and higher throughout the whole episode. And I was like,
During the episode.
Oh no!
yeah. So like literally for 10 minutes after we got off, it lasted less than an hour or two. I was like, all right, I'm gonna wrap this up. Boom. See you later.
Just completely like gone at the end. Just like
Yeah, he had like his employees walk through, and they had a 5-minute conversation about what they're gonna do the next day,
oh my god.
and then he left. So for like 10 minutes afterwards, I was losing my mind, like pacing down here, just punching my fist, mad. And I was like, oh, I can't delete it because I never have done that before. And then 2 minutes later, I was deleting it. So I was real upset. I see you're not yellow, fellow, but I don't want to make you blue. So get a clue and purple the plug before you're plaid, or I'll orange a rainbow on your parade. Orange, or rainbow. I don't know what that is.
Frank, that's very colorful, Frank. Thank you.
Literally.
It's very inclusive. I like it. Guys, we got somebody else popped in. Ryan Marshall with the
There he
cricket show.
is. Hey.
Hello, everybody. Hi.
Hello.
Are you in an outdoor facility, or is it nighttime for you right there
Nighttime,
with your
bro.
critters?
Yeah, nighttime for critters.
The sun went down.
Yep.
I saw Jess. I was trying to get Jess on.
She's coming. She's running back and forth. We've got we had a big shipment go out today. We've got more shipments tomorrow, so she's getting everything ready for tomorrow because it's going to be a big day. So she'll be here in a minute. She's just
And you're
back
still
and forth.
popping by. How's the
And we're
weather
still
up there?
popping by. I was fine now. It was a nice sunny day. It was like 60 degrees here today.
Same.
Nice.
Must be nice.
Yes, it is. I'll take it. It's not what I want, but I will take it. Better than freezing. It's been a rough winter.
Good. It has. Yikes.
It's been a rough start to 2025. To be honest with you, it's just it's been
True
rough.
True.
Yeah.
In all aspects.
Yep. Yep.
So
Yeah.
I feel you there.
what I miss? Anything crazy?
No.
It's the ostrich attack.
Just the ostrich.
Rest,
And the
rest,
emu
yeah.
war.
Oh,
Ryan.
and emus.
Ryan's been on the show 5 times.
Has it been that many?
Seems like more. Honestly,
That was my reaction.
I thought 5 was low.
Yeah, good times, dude. The good times fly. And
They do.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? So you're not doing the show no more? We didn't even catch up. What's going on?
We didn't catch up. This is it. This is the last episode.
This is
Really?
the last we're seeing of him.
Well,
He's
I
going
mean,
off the grid after this.
Oh, okay.
yeah, pretty much. No, I'm not going off the grid.
I'm
We're
not
leaving
joining
the
you.
channel,
grid.
so everybody unsubscribe from the channel when this is done because there's going to be no reason.
Well, I have a screenshot that I have 572 subs as of right now. So,
Nice.
So everyone leave, jump ship.
oh man.
I want to see when you post.
Well, sorry,
your-
TJ had to go.
Oh.
Gone.
It was a joke. It was a joke. I'm joking.
Censored. You've been canceled.
Sent to the shadow realm.
So anyway, no, it's just not as big of a passion as it used to be. I
Sure.
guess it got to be work.
Yeah.
And now you
Yeah.
can focus on other projects and still
I'm going to
post.
focus on other projects.
Your puppetry.
Nothing
Yeah,
wrong with
puppets.
that, man.
Some folk manis.
Really, you're doing puppets?
Yeah, he has the
Why
coolest
don't you tell me
cardinal.
that?
Yeah, I was telling you
Some
about that.
folk manis puppets.
Those are good puppets. We used to use
They're
them.
good puppets.
Do you have your cardinal there?
He's well, pardon my dirty basement, but you can see him right there.
He's a super cool cardinal puppet.
He's
The
about three
red?
Yeah.
feet
Is that
tall.
big?
Yeah.
Wow.
Say
Yeah.
hi.
I love it.
He's like as big as Antonio.
Jess
He's
is
like-
saying hi to you.
Does he know I can't?
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Jess.
He's saying hi. She can't hear you, but I'm telling you.
Oh,
There she
glad
is.
we
She's
have a
finally on the
translator.
show.
are you guys gonna smooch? Kelly and Russ smooched.
They want us to kiss each other. She said no.
Here, I'll give you another one.
Did she wear a ponytail?
Oh,
Oh,
there's two.
No, the hair's down, dude.
okay.
Yeah, it's.
Did you not hear my advice?
She did.
Put it in a ponytail now.
I don't
I'm
know.
not saying you have to. I'm saying it makes it more comfortable.
Hey man,
You're like, did she follow my advice? Come on.
it's been a day. I think it's a hair down kind of evening. You know what I'm
So
saying?
I should stop. I
Hair
should stop
down is
teasing Jess.
good.
Hair down is good.
I'll stop
Mhm.
teasing Jess. Heard. She's gonna.
No,
come
it's okay.
through the
She
screen.
can't hear you anyway. So
Oh, good. Then let's
yeah,
talk
we are
trash.
talking shit. Yeah, she
So
just said,
anyway.
"Are you talking shit?" That's what she said.
I was talking shit about myself. I was telling Russ and the gang how I've tried to have Jess on the show multiple times.
Yeah.
And so I'll have a conversation with her at a NARBC. And then I want to have her on the show to talk about what we talked about. And she goes, I don't really do that. I don't really deal with that. And
She
so that's
is-
happened 3 times.
Yeah, she is who she is. But then she'll get on our show and she gets to rambling and she does well. But
She does well. She
You
does
know.
well.
That's all right.
She's not one for nonsense.
No, she's not. I don't know why she's with me, but yeah.
What are you shipping out there? Canned Guinness? What you got there?
Who, me?
Yeah, what are you sorting?
Oh, these are all spiderlings. I don't know if I can show you guys this. We just got like, just rows and rows. A lot of this is going out tomorrow, so we're just making sure everyone's fed and all that.
Sheesh.
Man.
I
That's
need
a
some
lot of
time to come onto
spiderlings.
this.
Yeah, that's right. Just for you, bud.
Wow.
What's
I
your
can't.
least favorite species to pack?
New World terrestrial tarantulas. The worst. We had a skeleton leg, Ephibopus murnus, today that we tried to pack, and this whole table is full of coconut fiber because getting her out of her box, whatever she was in, was a nightmare. So dramatic. Give me an old world, give me a wandering spider, anything. Anything over New World tarantulas. I don't like them.
I will make a note to never ship those. Noted.
Yeah, I'll see if I can.
They're the ones that click theirs too.
Chat. Oh, did I get out of it? I don't know.
Is
Okay,
Jess on her computer?
yeah, she's on her computer, so now she can hear and comments.
Now she can hear. All right. You guys
Yeah.
stop talking about her.
Yep.
Yeah, I had all kinds of advice for ponytails to build confidence. And then she just has like 8-foot long hair. That's not what I was expecting.
It's very long. Yeah. She always
it's
wants to
hard
cut
to-
it, but I tell her no. I tell her I like the long hair.
Not till you can jump rope. When you can jump rope with it, then it's time to cut.
We're working on it.
So now, to get back to me, what's one
Yes.
of your favorite spots on the show? What's one of your most memorable moments?
Are you still talking to me? You asking me?
I'm asking you. Sorry, Rick. We already talked to other people.
Well, selfishly, with me, it's always with you and I. I really
Sure.
haven't seen much, not because I don't want to, but because I don't have time. I got a backlog as soon as I get an employee, and I'll watch all of your stuff. But I really I watch the stuff with Wally, but like the stuff with me, I always enjoy your the weird shit you put into your body while we're talking to each other. Your weird concoctions.
Hey, don't put it like that, maybe. But
No, it's bad. It's bad.
It's bizarre.
I have a list.
Yeah, that.
I have a list. I didn't list everything. So let's see. I have the best and worst food, best and worst drink. So best food was the Toffee Crunch Oreos.
That sounds
Right.
tame.
It's
They were
tasty.
really good. They
Yeah.
were really good. Well, these deviled eggs. Let me say that's the best I've had on the show. But best food that I've eaten that was like new. They hadn't been out for more than a couple days when I got them. That's kind of how I try to get things to eat on the show. Best drink, and this is on a scale. This is the best new crazy drink that I tried to get for the show to have a reaction to. Honestly, is Flaming Hot Mountain Dew. They had the Flaming Hot seasoning in the Mountain Dew, and it was really actually good. Like, yeah, it was really good. It's like you're drinking a Mountain Dew, and then there's this like heat afterwards in the back of your throat.
I dig it.
It was, yeah, it sounds weird. It sounds really weird. I was a big fan. I went out and bought a case.
Nice.
Worst food was this fake teriyaki. It was like non-meat jerky.
Gross.
It was unbeef jerky. The isopods didn't even eat it. Like, I gave it to the isopods and they were like, nah. They didn't even go near it. I don't know what's in it, but
They know it's good and they know it's not.
Yeah.
yeah, they don't turn down toenails. So they will
That
nibble
food
toenails.
probably didn't mold. It probably didn't break down. It probably just kept form and stayed exactly
Probably
how.
still there, pristine in that bin.
It's probably a plastic Barbie piece of
Yeah.
jerky, and that was the deal.
Yeah.
I don't even think I finished eating that. Like everything I put in my mouth on the show, I make a point that I finish it, and I spit that out. It was disgusting, and it was that taste that stayed with you the rest of the night. Like it was bad. Somehow I had burps. I don't know how that worked out.
Yeah.
Was there heat coming out, Josh? Oh, coming out on the other end of the Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew? No, neither exit was affected. So
I would hope not.
Good.
I'm glad everybody got that joke. All right, good. Worst drink. This is the worst thing I think I've ever put in my mouth on purpose. Was Coke Dream. Coke had a dream flavor. And when I open sodas on the show, you guys all know that I crack it right here and smell first. And immediately the smell was like, oh God, I think it's mango. I don't know what the flavor is today. It was just called Dream, right? So I don't know whose dream that was, but
Nightmare.
they've probably since killed themselves because that's what they're dreaming about. Not making a joke on that. Like, don't do that if you're those hotlines.
Right.
Call someone. But that guy, there's no way if that's his dream, whoever came up with that. And then you try to imagine the people in the booth that are tasting it, the taste testers.
Yeah. Gave it a
Like-
green light.
Like, who gave that a green light? I want to slap every one of those people.
Their mouths are just so numb from tasting all these different concoctions every day, all these experimental flavors.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say
It had to
probably
be the
both.
Jelly
Sure,
Belly.
that's great. I'm going home. See ya.
Their palate
Yeah.
has been destroyed, probably.
It had to be
Yeah.
the people that work for Jelly Belly because those people are just like, does it not taste like vomit? Okay, I'll drink it.
Yeah.
It didn't taste like vomit, but it was that one. People were begging me to stop because every time I took a sip, my face was such a grimace of like just agony. People were like, just stop drinking it. And Justin was like, chug it, because Justin likes to watch me suffer.
I would have been like, chug it.
Crystal Pepsi was good. Did I ever eat Balut? No, I won't ever. I would never eat Balut. That's the
Eggs.
almost ready to hatch egg.
Yeah.
So
Like,
it's got a mostly developed baby bird. Yeah, not a fan. Couldn't do it. Cricket pudding, I could do that.
Yeah, that would be okay.
Cricket pudding.
I mean, it would have to be like
Cricket pudding. What is that, Russ?
I don't know. Wally brought it up earlier in the chat. He said, smells like old dead cricket pudding.
cricket pudding.
Pudding made out of crickets or pudding that you give to crickets?
Hopefully, none of the above. I don't know.
I'll
I
take
can
the one you
tell.
give
Just
to
imagine
crickets.
like taking a bunch of crickets and just put them in a food processor, like a little bit of sugar, and then just like, yeah, there's your pudding.
Cricket protein, man.
Oh, Wally.
After
The
3 to
crickets
4
that,
weeks.
oh, yeah. I
3
mean,
to 4 weeks.
3 to 4 weeks. What
You gotta-
crickets do you have that die that last that long?
He keeps rehydrating them. He's very
Yeah, what are
dedicated.
you doing? What are you doing?
Nasty.
Oh my
No,
god.
on that note, I must say we're going to have to depart here, but
Okay.
we are honored to be on your final episode. I've been honored to be on every single episode I've ever been on. And I'm glad you have a backlog of videos that I can go back and look when I feel sad. And I know that
Yeah.
I'm going to stay in touch anyway, just off the air.
Well, we do. So I
Yeah.
still have to build this refugium
Yeah.
that keeps changing and evolving. So no, we're good. We're friends basically for life now, Russ. So
Yep.
sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the way it is.
I'm like a mole that you didn't have a couple years ago. And now you have this weird mole that just won't go away.
Except I'm much happier about you. So,
I appreciate that.
yeah.
Yeah, you're not like cancerous or anything.
No, I'm benign.
You're
It's just a
benign
mole. It's just a mole. It's right back here. Like it catches on the hem of your shirt every now and then, so it's annoying.
Yeah, just to remind you it's still there.
Yeah. But other than that, it's just a mole. Whatever.
Yeah.
Most people won't even know it's there. Well, thanks for coming on and smooching. Kelly, it was great to meet you.
You too. Thanks
Russ.
for having us both.
Nice to meet you.
So grateful
Nice
to
to
have
meet
you
you
on
too.
every time.
Oh,
Take care, everybody. Nice to talk to you all.
You too.
All right, you guys have a
Good
good
night.
night.
Good night, you too.
See ya.
Jess, how many spiders are you sorting?
There's a delay. She'll hear it in a second.
I heard you. Wait.
No, listen.
What?
How many spiders are you sorting?
Can they see this? There's,
I don't think they can see
There's
all of
at
that.
least 70
70 right now, so
for tomorrow.
70 for tomorrow.
Just
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Hey,
And they're all being labeled,
crazy.
hand labeled, or are they being?
No, she
taken out,
does.
right?
She does. It drives me insane. Everything has to be meticulously hand labeled. Right now, she's just making sure everyone's got good body condition. But yeah, everything's got to be labeled and taped and. Yep.
The amount of
I
work that goes into it. I mean, you guys are good at it. It seems like you're trucking along. That'll take me
Barely,
a month.
Yeah, same. Me too.
Oh man.
See, got to get professionals on your side.
I know. We need another body. If we could clone ourselves and have one copy of each of us, I think we'd be all right. Maybe just two of Jess, and then we'd be okay.
Two of Jess, even like a slightly debilitated Jess. You know how the clones always come up
Right.
like a little wrong? They're
Mm-hmm.
not quite baked,
Yep.
like
Yeah.
that kind of thing. So you
Yeah,
get like two.
half-baked Jess would be good.
Then you'd know which one was which. You wouldn't get confused and like try to give a clone Jess a smooch goodnight. You would
Right.
just be like, "Hey, what's the capital of Iowa?" And she'd be like, "I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is."
Yeah.
She'd know. Jess knows.
Yeah. If it was a half-baked Jess, I feel like she never stopped working. So then I would know, like, okay, you know, the half-baked Jess would just keep going and never stop, which would be
Well,
great.
You got to
You know
get
what I
that half. Don't get the other half.
Right.
That
Right.
guiltily binge watches The Apprentice or something. You know.
Right. Yeah, we can't have that.
No. Like that other side of the coin. It's no good.
There is always another side of a coin. That's true.
She's not laughing, so even with the delay, she's not paying attention.
No, she's like laser right now.
Gotta focus.
Yeah, she's doing her thing.
Well, no, it's good. It's good to have you come on.
I am paying attention and laughing.
Yeah, man, of course. Yeah, and yeah, I apologize for not getting back to you. It's just been crazy. Like I told you, we've been trying to do taxes, and it's just like we need to simplify this process. But I think we're all caught up. Now we're just getting orders out. So, no, man, happy to be here for sure. And I wanted to thank you most importantly because I remember there's a few names. There's a few names that like I never will forget. Like when we first started, nobody knew who we were. We were just like these really loud, boisterous, opinionated assholes. And there were a few people that gave us a platform to speak, and you were the very first.
Really?
Oh yeah, you were. Yeah, you were the very first, and I love that, dude. So yeah, of course.
Well, because I
Yeah,
saw
yeah.
your video, like I thought, I hear that sometimes from people that are bigger than me, that I'm shocked that more people don't do their own YouTube channel. It's honestly super easy. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Making YouTube videos and content that's like structured and like cut and all that takes so much time and effort. And, like you have to kind of like know what you're saying. I prefer these conversations, and I think you were the first to give us a platform conversation to talk about stuff. You know what I mean? So to me, that's more valuable than like cutting up and making content. You know what I mean? This is content, but like, you know what I mean? Yeah, having a conversation.
You're doing lives now.
Exactly. Well, yeah, now we are. But I mean, it took these conversations. It took years. It took like, okay, enough. Like, we'll just do it. But, you know, you gave us that
means
start.
a lot.
No, it means
that means a lot
us.
because that little video that I saw that you were talking about, like you had enough of people keeping spiders incorrectly in a shoebox or whatever.
Right.
And you were speaking out, and I saw that video, and I was like, I gotta have this guy on my show.
Yeah, man.
And I don't remember how I found it. I don't remember how I found you and wound up reaching out to you. But
I don't even know if we ever talked about that. I don't even know if I know that. But
We talked about that video, that first episode.
Yeah, I don't know how you came across it, and maybe it was just naturally, organically, but I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it just kind of popped up, and I was like, "What is this?" I want to say someone shared it with me and said something like, "You should talk to this guy." I don't know 100%, but I remember seeing that video that you guys were like fed up with how people keep tarantulas and how it can be even better.
Yeah, we've since like walked it back a little bit. We learned you can't be so aggressive. But at the time, you know, that the whole attitude kind of got us heard, that's for sure. But now we're kind of like, okay, let's do this a little more constructively. You know what I mean?
I hate that instead of seeing your passion for it, so many people saw it as like a personal attack. Or like you being holier than thou, or you know, the know-it-all guy or whatever.
Yeah. No, and I here's the thing. I kind of agree with them because I watch myself back and I'm like, ooh, yeah, that is annoying. So like I totally get it. And that's what we learned. We're like, you can't go about it that way. It's these types of conversations that kind of help with that. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, so Jess came on Wally's show. See how it is.
She did. You went on Wally's show. You did. Uh-oh. Gotcha.
Well. I hope you get bit.
The competition.
Gotcha.
Well. See how it is.
But here's the thing. She wasn't alone. I think she would come on with me. I don't think she would ever do it by herself, no matter who you are. So there's that.
Okay. All right. I never asked her to come on with you because we had enough of you.
Right. I'm enough for the whole room, but
well, now she has to go back on Wally's show just by herself to just rub it in.
You hear that?
No.
She'll hear it in a second.
Bye, Katie. I gotta say bye to Katie because you know
she says no.
She says no.
I'll come back. That'll bring me back for one.
Yeah, exactly. That'll bring Josh
one special event.
That's right.
Final viewing. I got one more person coming in here who's trying to show. He's really lagging. It's my buddy Kyle Sterling.
What's the name?
What's what? The Magnifica bronze?
Yeah, the Magnifica. Jess says we got our Magnifica from you. Is that true? Our bronze?
That's not true. I never had Magnifica.
Not you.
Not you, Josh. The copper.
Yeah.
Kunming. I sold you guys those. I only sold a few groups of those ever. I still have them, but they've been kind of lagging.
Yeah, copper.
Copper.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jess says yes.
Yeah, you guys still have those. That's cool. Are they doing well for you?
They're producing.
We got 2 panels.
Yeah, so small little world, man. Yeah, thank you. They're awesome. I love
They're
them.
So pretty. They're
I'm
so
always
pretty.
asking Jess, I'm like, how are they doing? How are they doing? She's like, well, it's slow.
Yeah.
But they are producing.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I just rehoused mine to a 5-gallon. I'm hoping they'll do better this generation. I'm finding that they don't. Everyone, if you look up their native habitat and where they are in the wild, they're always like up in the canopy, always up in trees and stuff. But I'm finding a lot of the people that have the most success with them are just putting bark like on the ground.
Stacked.
And, yeah, kind of just stacked against each other on the ground. I was doing more like vertically.
Yeah, that's what we do too.
But I was noticing that like I have a lot of die off with the smaller nymphs, and the nymphs that do survive, I'm noticing they're all always at the bottom.
Interesting.
Of the
humidity.
They think they need the humidity a little bit.
Humidity, bro.
They don't like it moist, but they don't like it completely dry either. So they like that little bit in between. So I've just set them up a little bit more terrestrially, and they seem to be doing well so far.
Cool.
But we'll see when this next batch of babies starts getting born, how those do.
Speaking of babies, let me bring on my baby buddy Kyle Sterling here. Kyle, welcome aboard.
What's up, guys?
Hey,
how's it going, man?
Now this is Kyle lives near me, so we do lives at his house because he's got all kinds of stuff. Apparently, stingrays now.
Ooh, those are cool.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, and then there's a bamboo shark in the back there as well. I don't know if you could see him or not.
Kind of. I know what he looks like because you sent me a video of him.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
So Kyle's got a big area at his house in the basement that is just chock full of animals. I call it the Sterling Zoo.
Aquatics or a little bit of everything?
Everything.
This is like the saltwater room, and then I got a lot of monitor lizards for the most part,
Oh,
and a
nice.
lot of turtles and tortoises. So that's like the main things I work with.
How's the Fly River doing?
Oh, let me grab them.
Ah,
Good.
the old Fly River.
The old Fly River turtle.
Hmm.
Good old Flappy. What size tank is that?
It's like a 100-gallon trough, I believe.
No,
And
no,
then I
that
got
the one that the rays were in, the stingrays.
Oh, that's a 50-gallon, but they're gonna go in here once I put these turtles back outside, and this is a 300-gallon pond.
Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, I just brought everybody in just because they were in the greenhouse, but that one -8 day, I didn't want anyone to. A
Yeah.
little too cold. A little too cold. Let's get
This guy
That's
needs
awesome.
a haircut. What's going on, Kyle?
growing my hair out.
Good for you.
Hey, long hair gang. Long hair gang.
Right? That's what I'm saying. This little guy.
She's hiding.
Aw,
Is it just the
adorable.
one still?
So cute.
Yeah, no, they don't do good in groups.
Okay.
They'll kill each other for sure.
They're
Oh, well, that's
nasty
not
little
good.
I've heard
things, man.
stories from people. Yeah.
I have a fun story because I used to work for Omaha Zoo, and we used to have to dive into the aquariums and clean the glass with the gator or the crocs. We had Johnsonite crocs. We had 3 crocs in that exhibit, and 1 Fly River turtle. The crocs would run away and hide from us, but the Fly Rivers would bite our ankles, and then they would hump the female workers. They're little terrors, dude. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
I bet.
they were big. They were not small. They're full-grown Fly Rivers. Yeah, they were horrendous.
How does a turtle tell the difference between a male and female human? Like,
They can, dude. They do. I don't know. But anyway,
It's
it was
the
just
boobs.
funny. Yeah.
It's the boobs, TJ.
oh my god,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Fly Rivers are little monsters, but
Yeah.
they're very pretty. They're so
I
cool.
just want to see that poor woman at home. Like, how was your day, honey? I got humped by that damn turtle again.
They would come right up on their back. Yeah, it was embarrassing. Like,
Did they do that?
we had to do it when, like, in the morning, early in the morning before the public got there, just because it was a spectacle every time. You know what I mean? But like,
Yeah.
the crocs would swim underneath your feet and stuff like that, like no problem. But those turtles were awful.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy.
Oh,
So now when
man.
your sister's an asshole, Kyle, now you know what you can do. Be like,
That's
just
right.
dunk her in there, get her a little Fly
Oh,
River
wait
hump
a minute.
action.
Wait,
There
wait,
you go.
Yeah,
Maybe she won't be an asshole next time.
oh my god.
dude. She has like her bull cattle she's got to deal with. Those things broke her fence, and they walked on the road and like walked around the house to like the other side of the yard, and were like eating all of her landscaping yesterday.
Nice.
Yikes.
Yeah, she just lured them back in the pen with some grain though, but she got lucky though.
She got real lucky.
Yeah, dude. If they were running down the road and stuff, and then they would have to hunt for them in the morning, dude, that'd have been awful.
Well, she's a large animal vet, right?
She does small animals as well, but she wants to
Okay.
work with mainly with horses and stuff.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, she's got like her acupuncture certification, so she's actually like really good at that, and she's done it for like small animals, like dogs that were paralyzed, and they actually started walking again, which is crazy.
That's
Oh, wow.
crazy.
That's crazy. Huh?
That's awesome.
That's cool.
Dude, Jess is like a robot.
Oh
She's a
yeah,
spider sorting robot. That bin is empty now.
She's locked in.
just gotta wind her up and let her go.
So
That might
Ryan,
be
are
the
you
clone.
mainly working with just tarantulas, or do you got other stuff as well? Or
Yeah, it's primarily tarantulas. We do have herps. Like I'm looking at, I've got hognose over here. I've got cresteds over there. I've got some other species of gecko over here. I've got a retic over here, but that's just a pet. But mostly tarantulas. Yeah, we have a few true spiders, but yeah, small scale tarantula for the most part.
You need more roaches.
Yeah, I like the fancy ones. I think we're cool with those. The emeralds and the coppers. I think we're cool with those, but I don't know. I don't know. It's just like another thing, you know what I mean? Like I like to have like a lot of like a couple of things, just to kind of like get it down.
Just more
But
things. Yeah.
we'll master the coppers and the emeralds, and we'll see where that takes us. For
See
sure.
where that goes.
Yeah.
How are the ogre faces doing? The ogre
Oh,
faces.
buddy, I'll send you a picture tomorrow morning of all the babies that are here. Like I have a floor to ceiling rack just
Wow.
full of babies. There's hundreds.
Those
So
and
that all
hundreds.
worked out. The your little plan worked out then.
Yeah.
With
Thank
the
God.
timing of the clutches and.
Thank goodness. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, we're not out of the woods yet, but I'm starting to separate the biggest ones into individual containers that'll be either holdbacks or for sale. So it worked, dude. They're still laying. Actually, we just pulled another egg sack a couple days ago. So,
Nice. Those are so cool. I love those.
dude, if I could keep one thing, it would just be those.
Yeah.
One thing. Like of all animals,
Yeah.
I think they're amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They don't do much, but I could watch them. But here's the thing: I've worked with so many things. I've worked with Komodo dragons. I've worked with crocodiles. I've worked with all this different stuff, and so, but
Yeah.
for some reason, those little spiders, like, I don't know, I could
Buck
just
Yeah,
stare at them.
overface
The
spiders.
eyes.
Yeah.
They're adorable.
Yeah, there's something cool about them.
He's just like fuck Komodo dragons, ogreface spiders.
Yeah.
Komodos are okay. Yeah, I like monitor. What monitors are you working with, Kyle? I'm curious.
So I have I just got some eggs from my Varanus primordius.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't know the common name. I'm not sure on that. I got
Doesn't
some
matter.
Mertens. Yeah, I got some Mertens water
That's-
monitors.
Those are my favorite. I love Merton's Eye.
They're kind of like otters in a way, dude. They're always just
Yes.
jumping off the trees into the water, swimming like crazy. They're super fun. I
Yeah.
got a lace monitor from my buddy recently, just a normal phase, which I kind of like more than the bells, honestly.
Yeah.
Um,
I like
even
those
with the
both.
normals, they got the bells phase like tails on them, which is
Mm.
pretty cool. So they got still got the pink and black.
Got any croc monitors?
No, those are actually illegal in Illinois.
Aw.
Oh yeah, Illinois got their.
Weird
Oh, look at him.
laws.
Let's go.
Aw. Just
Oh.
trying.
Yeah, he's not happy. I just woke him up, but
He's not happy.
Little raptors.
Yeah.
Smile, smile.
he just crapped all over me.
There he
How
did.
monitors go.
Yeah.
I kind of love. Last time you were on the show, you got crapped on by an anaconda. So
Yeah.
I feel like
Was that an
anytime you
upgrade?
pick up a herp, it's like a 50-50 chance you're going to get crapped on or pissed
Yeah,
on.
Or
or bit.
bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got
Oh,
bit
sure.
the other day by her, actually.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
But that's
Trouble.
half the fun, really.
Yeah. And then I got a
How's-
blackhead monitor. He's in his log. I can't get him out, but
Those are cool.
yeah.
just take the log out. He'll come out of there.
I could grab these the Varanus primordius real quick. They're in their little.
Yeah, those are really neat. I've never seen one in person. Just pictures of the primordials.
They're this is full grown.
Yeah,
Oh
look at
my
that.
god, it's adorable. It's so small.
This is a little boy, and they're feed them. They're really good, dude. They just eat crickets.
Oh my god.
Little
They
sausage.
stay tiny.
I want that.
Now
Are they
Jess wants
communal?
that.
Yeah, they're awesome. You don't see them for sale much, and if you do, they're pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said you got
What?
eggs?
Yeah, I got some eggs. I'm not sure if they're good or not. I mean, hopefully they hatch.
Are they communal?
I just keep the pairs together. That's all I have. The Ackies do pretty good in groups. Most of the stuff I have does well in groups. Like I like all the Odactria, like the small Australian stuff. Like I got red Ackies, I got yellows as well. And then I want to get the Kimberly rock monitors eventually as well.
Those
They're
are very pretty.
Yeah.
love those guys. And then my buddy, his pet shop actually closed. So I was helping him move some stuff, and he didn't have space for his Molinas monitor, which is like the Quincy monitors, is like the common name. They're
Yep.
like yellow and black. It's like a mangrove. He's mean, but I got that guy up there. He's pretty cool.
He's mean.
Yeah. And then I got some just a normal mangrove as well, but he's pumping his log as well. Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah.
If you want something that's active and fun to feed, like monitors are
Yeah.
the best thing for that.
Very intelligent too.
Oh yeah.
Get
Most
you
of
nice and trained. So Kyle, we asked everybody else, what's your favorite moment on the show?
moment on the show. Probably when we were
Yeah.
doing it in the greenhouse, dude. Just that whole interview, man.
The greenhouse was good.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
We had that Fly River turtle sitting in a tank right between us.
Oh yeah, it was fun.
I remember
was
that
wild.
one. That was a cool episode.
Meanwhile, the what was the tortoise walking around outside? Was that the sulcata?
That's the sulcata, yeah.
Yeah, there's a sulcata like loose in the backyard, just digging a hole underneath the shed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Big ass. It's got to be like 60 pounds, 50, 60
Around,
pounds.
yeah, around 60 pounds. It's probably a good guess.
Unreal. Just a beast of a tortoise. Because we were talking, and I'm seeing out of the corner of my eye, thinking it's one of the dogs. Because one of your dogs is not very friendly.
Oh
So
yeah.
I was like, is that one of the dogs? And I'd whip my head around. You could see 3 or 4 times that episode. And it's the tortoise. He's just back and forth. Do. Busy little guy. That was a good episode. So you had set up a greenhouse to house your animals outside as much as possible.
And it
Nice.
worked out pretty well. I was able to keep out, all the animals pretty much. I kept all my cold hardy stuff out there until like January, like a month ago or so, when we
Wow.
had that -8 day.
Yeah.
Everything was fine and everyone's was doing great. I just brought them inside just because I'm not breeding any of those turtles this year,
Okay.
and I figured just bring them in. I don't need to keep them cold the whole year.
Sure. That makes sense.
Yeah, it worked out pretty well.
Well, and then, I mean, there's a point where it gets like too cold. Like, what do you do?
Right. Which I think hopefully this spring starts to warm up and I can get everyone back outside in the next month or so.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. What was it today where you guys are at? How warm?
It was
is
actually like the warmest day of the year. It was like 57. It was
Wow.
Yeah.
beautiful out.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
it's
like
finally
60
getting
degrees.
back to the 50s up here too, but my God, it's taking too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
spring. I want spring.
Yeah, it was nice. Today was real nice. I got outside, did some work, did some other stuff, got my car fixed, because everything's got to show up at once.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yes, it does, dude. It just happened to us too. We had both cars needed serious maintenance. I had my washer is out in my garage. We had a negative day, believe it or not, in Tennessee. My lines froze and it cracked my washer, so that flooded the garage. So that broke.
Oh,
And then it was like boom, 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 boom. So I feel you, dude. When it rains, it pours.
Yep.
it's never a break. Like, you
There
think you're
goes a
going to
few
get a break.
grand.
And nah.
Nope. Not us normal mortal folks.
Yeah, can't be. I could use a couple billion as a cushion, just in case.
Just in case.
Just a couple billion. Not
Just in
that.
case. Yeah, I
Rainy-
mean,
rainy day.
pretty common these days.
Yeah.
It's pretty common. Just a couple
Yeah.
billion.
Yeah. No, I hear you there.
Everybody's having good nights. The Barry Manilow did not work.
Is that Annie?
That's because
Yeah.
you need to play some Muddy Waters. You need to play some Muddy Waters for them, Jess. Barry Manilow. Ogre faces like to get it on hardcore. They're not Barry Manilow.
I think he's talking about the Damon Diadema there, actually.
Yeah, I know.
Lip
Trust me.
spiders.
We just put those in those little in a little greenhouse here to try to get them warmer and humid, and then hopefully
Don't
we'll
get bit in the
some-
face, dude.
Oh, I know.
Oh
She's,
boy.
Deanna, she got a lot bigger.
Oh yeah, she's probably
Dang.
like 4 foot-ish, fully stretched out.
Yeah.
And then-
She's definitely a lot calmer.
Is that a
for
yellow
sure.
or that's a
It's
yellow?
a green.
Right?
It's a green.
Oh, it's a green, really?
Yeah.
Aw, it's a little baby.
Yeah.
He's gonna get massive.
Yeah, for
I got-
sure.
You know what? Part of me really wants to just grab onto your nipple right there. That was like, I was like, please.
I wouldn't be surprised if it happened though, honestly.
Man.
Now I've told this before on the show, but the Crosstown Exotics. So Kyle, I met him through Crosstown Exotics. There's some guys that do animal shows, like the educational animal shows,
Yeah.
and they bring an anaconda around. They have 2 of them, right, Kyle?
They have quite a few actually, but yeah, they have one really big one and the other one's a little bit smaller, and then they got like 2 or 3 roughly this size that they're raising up.
This one was like 11 feet, I think.
Yeah,
And,
that's Nebula, the big one.
the big one. Maybe it
Yeah.
wasn't that one. I don't know. But I never respected snakes. I was always like hearing articles that people got attacked by snakes and got strangled. And I'm like, you just grab the snake by the head and squeeze, and you're good, right? Well, then they draped. We were at the show, and it was after the show, and he's like, "Hey, do you want to hold this anaconda?"
Hmm.
And I was like, "Well, I guess, yeah." So he put it around my neck, and not only is she like 70 pounds draped around your neck, it's like
Yeah.
just a muscle. Immediately, I could feel like I'm near death right now. I'm experiencing like, and she was just laying there. She didn't even
Yeah.
coil at all. She just draped. And I was like, this could happen at any moment. I would be helpless. There's nothing I
Yeah.
could do.
They are so strong. Once they get like 10 foot, they're pretty strong. If they wrap you up and you're by yourself and your arms are pinned, that's not a good situation to be in for sure. Oh,
You're in trouble. Yeah, I would put her away, dude.
Just
he almost
staring
went
you
for
down.
my.
I would put her away. You don't have to hold the animal that can bite off your nipple. You don't have to do that.
It's all right. I need to
It'd be a
tame her
first.
down, anyways. You know,
I hear
just
you.
get her used to being handled.
Yeah.
Until she gets that 10 foot and then remembers her old ways.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
I'd
those
rather
solid.
get bit by a 4-foot one than a 10-foot. You know.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, it does take all day. Yeah, I don't know how you guys do maintenance on your stuff. I don't know
Yeah.
how. Like I
I
couldn't
got
wait
it
back.
easier. I got it easier because it's just like I mostly keep the tridivores. I don't
Yeah.
know how you tea keepers do it when you have hundreds and hundreds of slings that have to be individually fed.
Yeah. Well,
Someone's more work than.
we don't have day jobs, so
Yeah.
that helps. But
Oh,
yeah, it's
so you're doing this full time.
we are. Yeah. So but it's round the clock. That you don't really get days off. You can't really
No.
go on vacation. You can't. So it's give and take.
Yeah.
It's a lot, man. But I tell you what, though, it can be a lot more repetitive than keeping a lot of various herb species. Like if you keep a bunch of different reptiles, I think that's more work. I mean, this is more monotonous and kind of like over and over and over again routine. But herps I think they kind of throw a curveball in things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's more variety in care.
Right. But yep, it takes a minute. That's for sure.
Yeah, I couldn't. I just got rid of like most of my isopods just because I was not.
We got rid of ours too. It was just too
Yeah.
much. It was too much.
It just was a chore. I didn't want to do a chore anymore.
Yeah.
So now I have my like 5 species that I adore and
There you go.
love them to death. So they'll be fine.
Yeah.
The one species I only have because they're in a He-Man tank that I hand carved the backdrop is the Castle Grayskull. So I'll have to take pictures of that sometime and show that off because I'm proud of it.
Yeah, that's
The
sweet.
Hoffman Segai are in there. So got to take care of them in there, right?
I like
You
those.
still have those rubber ducky ones.
No, I gave what I had left died. I gave most of mine to Colin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was interested in them at one show, and the next show I came, I brought him. I think it was like 24, 25 in the thing. It was just whatever I could pull out. And then not that long later, my colony crashed.
Oh man.
So yeah, I don't know what happened. It wasn't a lot. I didn't have a lot, but they were just starting to show on the surface, and they just crashed out.
Aye.
So
Yikes.
yeah, it
How it goes
sucked.
sometimes.
This one?
Yeah. I got the OG 2017 original import stock of rubber duckies. So
Oh, nice.
about
Look at
those,
this guy.
they look really nice, man. Like a lot of the newer duckies, they're super variable in coloration, and they're also a little smaller. So these guys are just like the nice, solid gray banding, just like the typical rubber ducky look. I really like them. They're really cool.
The original
The
recipe.
original untainted bloodline, yeah. Nowadays, all that's available on the markets is mostly just locality mixes from various importers and stuff. So, yeah.
So you charge extra, right? Definitely, you're gonna charge
I
extra.
do. I
I
charge
would.
premium for them because they are a traced line. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
For sure. I've been seeing prices coming down on everything in isopods. Like
Oh yeah.
it's bottoming out unless you have the stuff that just came over.
Yeah. Which for the most part, like, I'm okay with like. They're dirt shrimp, It's kind of some of the prices have become a little insane in my opinion. Comparatively, compared to how fast they breed, and but some species do definitely deserve to be higher up there in price just because they're more difficult. So it really depends. But
Well, when I got Panda Kings, somebody finally just sent me Panda Kings,
Mhm.
and or actually no, I bought the Panda Kings as like a 12 count, right?
Mhm.
And within no time, I had a full blown
Oh
colony.
yeah.
And I was like, how do the people charge so much for these?
Because initially, people, the demand was higher than the supply for a short while, and then people realized they're basically feeder isopods, and
Yeah,
the price plummeted real quick. But
which I think it's good to be able to get those in your hands. Like they're a really cool iSpod.
they're cool. Yeah, I have a few morphs of them. I got the normals, I got the whiteouts, I got the reds.
The red pandas.
Yeah,
That's my fault, by the way. Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you. You're welcome. They were orange pandas, and I got like visibly pissed off about it. I was very upset. I was like, how do you miss the mark on that? Like
Yeah.
red
It's
panda.
pretty. It seems pretty obvious, right? So yeah.
Like what are you thinking? They were basically the first morph, and people are calling them orange pandas. Like there's not an orange panda.
Yeah.
You didn't call this thing like black and white bear or whatever, or like
Right.
ice cream cookie would have been a great name for those. For the pandas.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But-
it's too late. That ship has sailed. They're pandas. I'm okay with pandas. But I started a campaign with Rachel from Pet Peds and Pods. We started a campaign to rename them as red pandas.
Yeah.
And
It's
I
a
don't want to
common
take
name.
away.
I would just call them what you want. It's a common name. Who
Yeah.
cares? You know?
Well,
Red
the
pan-
problem,
they're red
the problem
pandas.
with those is that that's become the strain name now, though,
Oh, the
because
red
we don't
panda.
have locality information or a species ID, so that name is now
I see. So it's
identified.
synonymous.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see.
That's
Okay.
unfortunate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that makes sense now.
Yeah.
That's why it matters.
That's
Okay.
why locality matters. Yeah, and it sucks that no one's preserving that with the isopods, but
I see.
whatever.
Because they're, you call a Cubaris and you can ship in whatever you want.
Yep.
Apparently, the loophole.
Just label them all Cubaris Marina. Yeah. That's
Done.
basically what they do.
Yep.
Yeah.
What are those
Yeah.
5 guys working there gonna,
Yep.
crying out loud?
Yeah.
What is it, Fish and Wildlife?
Uh,
The
I don't know if
department.
they got 5 right now, dude. I think they're down to 1.5.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, they're not gonna
I don't know
catch you.
about
You're very cavalier about how you're digging through that little
Bit?
plastic cup.
Oh no, a bunch of little ogre babies hatched earlier out of this. I'm just making sure there's none left in the sphagnum. There's nothing crazy in here. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's all good. Kyle, do you care for your animals full time, or do you got a day job?
So I'm gonna be starting at, besides doing the reptile shows, I'm actually be starting at the Shed Aquarium in the next month.
Are you really?
Yeah,
What?
I'm pretty excited about it.
That's
Good for
really
you.
cool.
What are you gonna do there?
So I guess I'm kind of starting at the bottom with like guest engagement, but
Yep, that's how it
still,
starts.
yeah, still excited about it. It should be fun because they got like a sturgeon touch tank that'll be manning, and then they got their stingray thing in the summertime, which would be
Now,
cool.
are you going to school for some zoological study, or you just wanna or you just want to get
actually-
in?
I just kind of want to get in and kind of see where it goes.
I think
Because
that's
honestly,
great.
if I don't really want to be taking care of stuff at my job and then coming home and taking care of stuff too. It just takes away from your hobby,
Trust me, I do.
Yeah. So when you
Um,
were working at Omaha, did you like downsize your collection or?
Yeah, so when I was back up when I was, because I bounced all over the place. I worked for Fort Worth and Omaha, and at the time when I was working with amphibians, and I only had one species of tarantula, and I only had like maybe 6 of them tops. You know what I mean? I didn't keep frogs at home. I didn't do any of that. I just had one species, and that's eventually just morphed into this. But yeah, I didn't want to come home and take care of more frogs or more of this, more of that. The spiders were like a personal thing. You know what I mean? That like wasn't connected to what I was doing for a living. So, but yeah, I mean, it takes 10 minutes to take care of 6 spiders. You know what I mean? So it wasn't
Right.
a lot. But yeah, I'm with you. I didn't want to do both. You just get burnt out. It's crazy. You know?
And that's why I like doing the reptile shows too, just to kind of supplement my income. It's easy. It only takes a few hours out of my day.
Yeah, and it's
Pays
fun,
well.
right? You're enjoying
It's
it right
fun.
now,
It's super
right?
fun.
Yeah. I think that's great.
Yeah.
That's
Josh,
awesome.
do you still have that ant colony going? How's that going for you?
It's going. She's huge. I got to cull down again. So
Oh, you've been
She's just got
calling
too
it.
many. Oh yeah, yeah.
How
Even
many
with
ants
100,
do you think are in there? Like,
she's probably
10?
back up to like 7 or 8,000. So
Jeez.
yeah, I cut way back on the protein. So like 3 to 5 is the sweet spot between a
Mhm.
100-gallon and a 30-gallon.
So
3
you
to
got, okay.
5,000 is sweet spot.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's been doing some weird stuff lately though. So I replaced all the now that it's cold, they're kind of like they're not in brumation, but they're kind of much slower, much less activity. So I replaced the barrier around all the tanks. She's been acting real weird, like making hunting lines or whatever, the feeding lines for no reason, like the trails. No reason, just a feeding trail from one tank to the other in the middle of the day. There's no new food. There's nothing new. I'm not like I hadn't fed. I don't know what the deal is. So now they have a little something. I just gave them. I haven't been giving them a lot of protein.
You
So,
think they're like searching for food though?
yeah, they're looking for protein because they've got a lot of pupa
Mm-hmm.
that are ready to. They need the protein to grow the eggs into larvae, into pupa, yada yada. So that's
What
the
is
only ones that get the
protein?
protein. What's that?
Like what protein? What are you feeding them?
They get whatever leftover I have that day for like when I'm feeding the skink.
Oh, okay.
So whatever I feed the skink, and then if I buy crickets for the morning geckos now, then I buy extra.
Oh, nice.
So she'll
they're
take
not-
down like a dozen crickets in no time. She'll subdue and destroy a dozen crickets in like a couple hours.
Nice.
So you'll see all of a sudden there's a clot. You release the crickets and they get one little nip and they bounce and the ants are like, where'd it go? What just happened? I just had it in my mouth because they're not good hunters. If it
Okay.
wasn't for the swarm, they wouldn't have it. But all of a sudden you'll see like a ball of ants moving across the bottom of the cage, like towards the nest. And that's where they'll get all the majors to like break it down. And it's fun to watch. It's
That's
fun to
so
watch.
cool. That's so cool, man.
I take it for granted now. I run by and I'm like, oh, you're out of sugar water. Fine,
Right.
here. What the hell?
Mm-hmm.
So now I just take it for granted. And it's like, oh, your tank's getting a little dry. Here's a bucket of water. Right now I got a little maintenance to do to it. But I don't know what they're doing. They're acting a little weird. So hopefully.
Strange times.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's their politics. I think it's just their politics. It's different.
Could be, you know, we don't know.
They're against the queen now for some reason.
Yeah.
Like
But the ant tank's doing okay. We've had what else have we had? No big changes here in animals, but we are getting. I don't know if you heard Ryan or Kyle. I'm building a 36-gallon tank with a 55-gallon refugium, freshwater.
Nice.
Freshwater.
Okay.
So
What do you
we're gonna
plan
see
on
how that
putting in
works.
there?
We're gonna have some 3-striped mud turtles.
Oh, nice.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, this is a
Aw.
little. This is a Spinoza.
Oh, nice. Those are cool.
Nice.
I don't even
Yeah,
like turtles, and those are cool.
Yeah, they're really
I like
cool.
those.
They're escape
Like-
artists for sure. They got like super long legs, and they've been crawling out of the Waterland tub, so I had to make a lid for it because their tub in the greenhouse is too big. So I put them in a smaller one just for the winter time, and this
Mhm.
one, male just kept crawling out of. So
Yeah.
in a pain in the butt.
Doesn't care. Doesn't care.
It's hard to see, but she's got like a beautiful like black with like red stripes on her face.
Mhm.
Very pretty.
Really pretty turtle.
Yeah, good
Oh, there you
idea,
go.
Josh. Getting a big old refugium for like a smaller aquarium, especially if you're going to do turtles. It's a good idea.
Yeah, it might just be one because they're not. Sometimes they work well together in a tank, and sometimes they don't. So
Yeah.
I might just get one.
Plus,
they don't
like,
need to be with others.
yeah, they're dirty too.
Yeah, but
Turtles
with
are
that
dirty.
kind of,
Yeah.
it'll be a lot of live plants.
Cool.
So some big boisterous stuff for the turtle tank. There's going to be fish in there too.
Nice.
And then the refugium's going to have a lot of like neocardinia. Now that I'm not worried about having Daphnia, I might get like, I don't know, some small killies, like some little small killifish.
Chilies are cool.
Maybe some endlers, something little, sparkling gouramis, something like that, like nano fish.
Yeah.
I love nano fish. Love a nano tank. I was gonna
Clams?
try to-
Are you gonna do clams too?
We are gonna have clams. There's gonna be a second 2.5-gallon tank inside the 55 that has like a sand mix for clams, and then a couple of clams in there, freshwater clams, and that's where the return is going to be to the
Oh, nice.
to the 36. So
Oh,
the
you
water will
thought this
flow
out.
through there. Yeah, I've been thinking about it a lot actually.
It's cool.
We were debating on doing the clams or not, and I think just a couple is going to be where to go.
I think you can get away with just a couple at least.
I just don't want them to starve, you know, and I don't want to have to add stuff.
Yeah.
Like, what do you feed a clam? Do you put stuff in there with it, like sinking pellets? I don't know.
Just like they're filter feeders,
They're
aren't
just
they?
filter feeders. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like grind up some pellets and throw it in there.
That'll work too.
Yeah, I mean, all that water that is
Integrate.
in the main tank is going to be passing through that, right? I mean,
The main tank is going to come into the refugium, and then it'll go out basically through the clams.
through the
Yeah.
clams. Okay.
So when it goes back to the tank, it'll be like the last pass. But we
Okay.
haven't built it yet. Now you're making me think I should do the reverse.
I think I would do the reverse. Yeah. Clams first, then refugium.
What
Because
is
if
that?
you've got turtles and all sorts of and fish and all that, like I feel like you wouldn't have to do much for the clams, honestly. If all of that's dumping into that tank first.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's do that then. All right, I'll have you come by. Ryan, what time are you coming?
I'll be there in a few minutes, dude.
yeah, you won't.
Is anyone going to Tinley? Or any of you guys going?
I'll
I'm
probably
going.
be at Tinley. I'm like 10 minutes away.
Oh yeah, you should. Okay, you don't have an excuse, Josh. You?
I'm going. I'm going to be there on Sunday. I might take the whole weekend and go on Saturday, but I got to see.
And I'm in Idaho, so no.
No, someday.
You have a valid
Someday.
excuse.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get you down here
All right.
One day,
someday.
hopefully someday.
What's
Just
in
put cat hair
Idaho?
up my nose. What's that?
What's in Idaho? Like, what do you do in Idaho?
Nothing.
Not much.
Not much. No.
Okay.
No, we moved here because it used to be cheap, and now it's not. So, and now I can't get out because it's not cheap. So,
Oh man.
yeah.
Can't get out.
Hopefully, I can't get out. But
I'm stuck.
hopefully- Stuck here. I've been trying to get back to the East Coast for a while now, but hopefully I will.
You want to
Probably.
live somewhere cheap, but go to the East Coast? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, Pennsylvania. I'm thinking like
I don't
rural.
think anything gets cheaper than like Idaho. Like,
Rural Pennsylvania is a hell of a lot cheaper than Idaho.
Okay.
really?
How much do you think I'm paying for rent at my house right now? It's
What
like
size
a
house?
it's a 3-bedroom because it's me and my family, but it's a 3-bedroom house, 2 bathrooms.
I'd say 1,800.
Yeah?
Is that it?
No, 2,200.
Oof.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Rents are high. Rents
Yes.
are high.
Yes.
Yes. So
That's
yeah,
it. I need to rent out my
Mhm.
house.
Yeah.
yeah. And the wages here have not risen much too.
Welcome to America.
For that.
Welcome
So,
to
yeah.
America.
But Pennsylvania, because I got a buddy who lives there, and it's still pretty cheap in rural Pennsylvania. So I might.
I was gonna-
yeah.
I was going to do a throwback.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was going to do a throwback to Kyle talking about working with the sturgeon tank. So they have a sturgeon touch tank at the shed. They've had it for a little while now. And one thing people don't know about people with 6 foot tall, is that they have like a 3-foot arm. So none of those sturgeon are safe from me. Like, they have enough tank to swim away if they don't want to be by people.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to just run your hand along one, and then you're done.
Right. 2 fingers.
2 fingers. So I'm in the tank. Like, I'm in the tank. I got my sleeve rolled up. I think I was wearing this exact hoodie. Got my sleeve rolled up as far as it'll go. I'm in the tank. Like, these poor sturgeon can't get away.
Yeah.
And I just have my hand on it, right? My whole hand is just
Yeah.
on this sturgeon. And it's just sitting still. It's not doing anything. And so the tank's not huge. So like 5 feet away is the other side of the tank. And there's a lady there who's doing what Kyle's going to do. She's like, sir, you have to take your hand off. And I'm looking her in the eye, not moving at all. Just looking her in the eye. And I'm going, no.
You're being problematic.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was. And I was like, let everyone else do this. You
Yes.
charged us an extra. At the time, they were charging an extra like couple bucks.
What
So
year was
it's-
this?
I don't know. This had to be like 10 years ago.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, it'd be crazy if I started working there and someone told me that story.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm sure.
There was this guy, this weird tall freak. He was just grabbing the sturgeons.
Yeah, it'll be exaggerated.
They'd
He
be
was
like,
putting the
they'd be like,
sturgeon in his
I know
mouth.
that. Kyle could be like, I know that asshole.
He was ripping it out of the water.
The best part was just looking her in the eye with this blank face, like,
Yeah.
no.
My
don't
sturgeon,
touch
bro.
a sturgeon. Josh is
My
a sturber. I'm a loose
Oh,
cannon. I'm a loose cannon.
You are a wild man.
I was
Yeah.
looking for some caviar. There's nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing. Waste.
Oh man.
They don't have it in the gift shop. Come on.
Yeah. I think that would be kind of a controversial thing for them to sell, but you know,
They
maybe.
can have it
I
like
mean-
fresh squeezed, you know?
Right. Yeah. Most of it's now like just farmed, anyways.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
yeah.
So they're not taking it out of the wild.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Later,
I just
Wally.
Selling something from
Bye,
anything
Wally.
that you keep. Oh, bye, Wally. See ya. Like if they just started selling like milk from like the random animals that they have there, that'd also be weird. Like,
They'll be like, but it'd be cool. Like, where'd you get that milk? Brookfield Zoo.
yeah, Brazil. Yeah, where'd you get that giraffe milk, huh? Yeah, I got
Brookfield Zoo.
Yeah,
So,
like, that's weird. That's a weird thing. Weird thing for them to
speaking of
sell.
giraffe milk, so I'm running a Dungeons and Dragons campaign in a world where everyone's an animal, an anthropomorphic animal, and there's no limit. Like, basically every animal, mammal, bird, reptile. Okay. So my buddy, who's in the game, asked me, he's like, "Is there cheese in this world?" And I said, "Of course, there's cheese in this world." And he's like, "How?" I was like, "Well, they milk the cow." Oh wait,
Are there? Yeah, are
Now
there
it's a
like
big deal,
feral
like, now-
animals
yeah.
too? Or are there?
so now milk is a big deal in this
Yeah.
world. So, you can get it, but you're gonna pay.
Oh boy.
Kind of like I view it like a prostitution thing. Like,
Right.
like prostitution is as big as milking is in this world. Yeah, if that makes sense.
That does sound fun.
I feel like that's a good way to think about it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Just random thoughts you didn't have to think about.
Yeah. Yeah.
I never thought about giraffe milk. Well, Frank, think about giraffe cheese.
Yeah. Think about whale cheese, Frank.
Whale milk.
Whale milk, whale cheese.
Whale milk basically is cheese. Like, it comes out in big,
Yeah.
clotty.
Is it? Is it like thick? I
Yes.
guess it would have to be, wouldn't it? Like,
Yeah, it's like this.
Be
It's like
easier.
cottage cheese, kind of the way that it looked on the video that I saw.
Ooh.
Anyway,
it's like curdled. It like comes out pre-curdled. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that visual.
well, then you should have evolved. You should have been part of evolution and made sure that whales had lips. So
Oh my god.
they've got no lips, my friend.
Yeah.
I thought there'd be more people dying to come on.
What
That's
day
all
is
right.
it?
It's a Tuesday.
Late now
Oh,
for,
it's Tuesday.
for
Well,
East Coasters.
It's a Tuesday. You know it's Tuesday. Let's go through some more numbers. So what else did we get? I don't know why I wrote this note. I wrote hated.
Whale milk.
I have this list of all the
Friends
YouTube
style.
moments, like how many episodes we did of this. And then I have one category is hated. Like episodes I hated. There's 6 of them apparently,
mm,
but there's also 6 that I deleted. So maybe that's the
Well.
same list.
Does that
yeah.
correlate or
Yeah, I think that correlates completely. We did whole mental health episodes 5 times. So thought about doing one last one, but no, that's fine. I think we covered it. And we talked about those non-viewed episodes that I did about zoos. Talked to zookeepers and Kyle 8 times. 8 times.
Nice.
For a total of 47 views. No, that's not true. Let's see. We got what else? Best moments. I was going to close with that. Our demographics that we got from Russ. Russ helped me figure out how to do demographics. Average view time, 18 minutes. Everybody that watches for at least 18 minutes.
Ooh.
That's
Pretty
cool.
good. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Or like 2 seconds. 'Cause
Well,
that's a
that-
good average.
That sounds right. Yeah. No, that's
Oh my god.
We got to 572 subs. Least watched episode was very recent. We talked about chickens. Least watched episode ever. Most watched was Ryan Pavey talking about springtails.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Second
good.
most watched is the shitty one that I did about
We love them.
giving people advice about how to be better humans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one got the most. Well, second most, which I was sad about. I didn't want it to perform very well, but it did. So, what are you going to do?
Ryan's phone died.
Oh, all right. Let's kick Ryan out. Maybe he'll come back.
So the most popular was not isopods on IsoBuddies.
No, not even. No. I mean, it is an ISO buddy. Like, hey,
Yeah.
what's up, Jeremy?
Yes, that's true. Hey,
Not Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Justin.
Jeremy.
Threw me off. What's up, Jeremy? How you
What's
doing?
going on, guys?
We got Corvin and Invertibart.
Invertibart.
We need that guy. We need Bart to get into isopods. If you're out
How's it
there,
going,
and you-
George?
George.
Sure.
Captain Jaglonigans. That's from something else. I don't even know
Yeah.
why that's still on there.
So I gotta ask, your D&D world, do the non-mammal characters consume dairy, or how does that work?
It's up to them, man. It's personal choice. What are you shaming them? Come on.
I'm just
Gonna
wondering
shame their kink.
how people, how society handles that. That's interesting.
I mean, birds. I think birds enjoy a dairy product.
Birds like
No?
a good aged cheddar, maybe.
I feel like mammals would be the ones that would most like.
Sure.
I feel like birds wouldn't be able to. Wouldn't
Heck, can they
process
digest
well.
that?
Yeah.
I want to say birds. I want to say that birds are into dairy. Like
All
cheese,
right.
they'll eat cheese. They'll get down on some cheese, possibly
Yeah.
some Go-Gurt.
Some Go-Gurt.
Birds
I don't know.
love Go-Gurt.
It's probably a kink. I would say if a crocodile man got into some whole milk, that'd be a kink.
So do
That'd be-
birds eat like eggs though?
I mean, birds in real life eat eggs, so
Yeah, but like
Probably.
in this world, would they? Oh, kitty.
eggs. Oh, do you see him?
That's Bob.
Yeah.
Oh, that's your cat.
Yeah.
I've got one right here that's bugging the shit out of me right now.
Oh.
I don't know why he's the only one down here. It's weird.
So there are no feral like animals in your world. Just
There are.
Okay. So why aren't they milking those?
Because they're feral. Like they're very not nice.
You ever tried to milk a feral animal?
Yeah,
they're
well,
known,
like,
they're known
you
as
think they would have
throwbacks.
domesticated them?
Well, here's the thing. So let's give you the breakdown. So there's that
Okay.
shark. So the breakdown
Oh,
is
look at
this.
that.
So humans
I-
were a bunch of
Mhm.
real dicks. And so the
Mm-hmm.
dragons all got together and cast them back to the Stone Age. But they realized that was going to be real boring now, right? The world was going to be boring. So they raised the animals up. And that was like 400 years ago. So at the same time, to help them fill those niches that these animals fulfilled, most insects have giant versions
Okay.
of themselves. Well, so people use like isopods as beasts of burden, whatever. They get hunted by mantises.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to tame a mantid. I'm sorry, you're just not.
So most
Yeah.
of the feral, so all the feral animals are like invertebrates.
Well, no, the feral animals are like ones that it didn't quite take. So like maybe it was geographic thing or whatever it didn't take. So they're bigger and meaner than the originals, but they're not like intelligent. It's fascinating, right? It's good
You know,
stuff.
roaches. Some roaches make milk, so you
Make
think
milk
they should
or-
domesticate? They should domesticate roaches. If they've
They just did.
like isopods for beasts of burden, you know,
They just did. How
Yeah.
appropriate.
yeah.
They
So
make
roach-
milk, or you can make milk out of them.
No, they make milk. I think it's a Diploptera punctata. They produce like a milk-like substance for their first instars. So yeah, they actually create milk. And there's a couple other roaches. The Magnificus, the sparkling green ones. Those also seem to feed their nymphs some sort of
Are you
food,
looking?
their leg joints. So
Justin's looking at his Magnificus to see this milk.
yes.
No, I was just checking the ingredients on the Nocticola. It's a
Not
roach milk
Nicola.
drink. No, it's a
Seriously?
prop. I made it.
That's so cool, though. That's so cool.
That's,
Oh man.
I got it from Colorado. They're doing all kinds of weird
Yeah.
shit out there.
Now I keep seeing articles about them they want to synthesize the protein that is in the roach milk to make like synthesized roach milk for people to drink.
I
For
just assumed
babies.
that
Yeah.
stuff, what they were trying to market to people, I just
Yeah.
assumed that was crushed up roaches.
No, it's actually the fluid that the mom Diploptera produce for their babies. So yeah,
Huh.
it's
Teats.
actually cool. It's like
Teats are really weird.
really protein rich apparently. So it's like
Really
it's like a
protein
super
rich.
protein. Yeah. I don't know how
Ants
it
do that.
tastes. I don't know how
Ants
it
do that.
tastes, but yeah.
You got to get in there, man. What are you doing? For science. It's for science.
When they make it, if they ever make it to market, I'll try it. I'll try.
Don't you have
Yeah.
these roaches?
I think I would taste it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd like it. I don't have Diploptera. I want them again, but I don't have them right now. And I
That'll be our
wouldn't able to
first
get
live. That'll be our first live we come back. It's live milk, roach milk
them.
tasting.
I don't even know how I would extract it. I don't-
You can figure it out. You're a bright guy. You're a smart guy. You're a solutions-based guy.
Okay.
So, all right. So we got Justin here. Justin, first I want to thank you for all your service. So he's
Do
always
what
there
I
to
can.
Google something for me.
I do very little, but thank you.
Good buddy. I mean, like every
you.
episode,
The
pretty
worst
much. I'm like,
producer ever.
hey, for like the smallest show ever. So it's fine. It's fine. It's like me and my cousins.
It's not the
Um,
smallest show ever.
No.
It's
You got
there.
some big names. You got Wally and Russ.
Yeah, they're big names.
Yeah, the Podfather himself.
All
Wally.
the Podfathers. Both. Both
Biggs.
Podfathers. Biggs. We had Biggs on. Biggs is international.
Oh, you had Oren on.
Yeah.
That's a huge deal.
First one ever, by the way. First
Yeah.
I
time he's
know.
ever interviewed. Where? Right here.
Yep.
He's a weirdo. Good guy, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. Like a couple of years ago, I was at an aquarium thing, and I ran into the guy. Not Oren. I ran into his dad, but I didn't know it was his dad. He was talking about his son, and he wrote a few books, and I'm
Yeah.
like, the wheels are turning as he's talking. I'm like, what's your son's name? Oren McMonagle?
Yeah. Wait a minute.
What?
That's crazy. You ran into his dad at an aquarium show.
Yeah, his
Wow.
dad's big into aquariums.
Huh.
Dan.
I have his phone number.
Like father, like son.
I have his phone number right here. You can call him anytime I want.
Yeah.
The best part of that episode is there was a cricket chirping the entire episode. And so
Yeah.
I was getting annoyed. I was getting annoyed by it. I was like, why
You
in
guys hear the
frick?
crickets in my background or no?
No.
Oh,
I heard him in
Okay,
Ryan's
that's good.
background. I don't
Yeah,
hear
Ryan
I
him.
had
can
some
hear them
going
going.
on.
They're constant.
So there's this cricket going the entire time. And I'm losing my shit. Like I'm keeping it together, but I'm losing my shit over this cricket. You know how it just like builds and builds?
Yeah.
And you're like, just ignore it. Just ignore it. And the more you say just ignore it, the more your brain is like, no, man, I'm not going to fucking ignore it. I'm going to be really upset about this.
Yeah.
And so I didn't like lose my mind, but it was bothering me. Come to find out the entire episode, he was mad that he thought it was my cricket and I wasn't doing anything about it. And I was like, I don't have crickets in my house, dude. I don't feed crickets to anything. And he's like, oh, so I'm so sorry. But he was like, are you ever going to kill that cricket? And I was like,
Yeah.
I would have loved to kill that cricket.
Yeah.
I would have loved it. But why didn't you? Well, it's not, I don't have crickets.
Yeah.
Ignore cricket, dude. That seems rude at least. But he's a good guy. Real
That's
dry
true.
sense of humor. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Oh yeah.
I tried to make like 3 jokes and they just were like,
Yeah.
a minute later, he'd be like, wait, did you say what? No, never mind. Never mind. Let's get back to science.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did have Oren McMonagle. Justin, you've been here pretty much every episode.
yeah, I think I came in at like the first Pods Giving
Okay.
because I was already following Russ, and I
Okay.
was starting to get into isopods.
You're
And
in the wrong show for that.
Well, hey, man, like 20% of the time we talk about ice pods.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're talking about them now. So
Yeah, but
21%.
I'm not only into isopods. I'm into everything, and you've learned so much from watching. TJ and Ryan and Kyle, everybody on the show. Like it's all the time. It's whenever I'm watching, it's like, wait, what did you just say? Let me Google that real quick. Like I've never heard of that.
That's every episode.
The variety in this show is really great.
I might have learned about flake soil from this show.
Probably. We've talked about it like 3 times, I think. Somebody was like, oh, the new guy, Wayne, was like, you should talk about soil. And I was like, again? Like,
yes, again.
4 times.
More dirt.
We talked about centipedes for the first time 3 times. So, we talked about centipedes. I forgot. We talked about them again. I forgot again. 3rd time I remembered that was the first time. And it was not. It was the 3rd time. So, yeah, it was real bad. It was real bad.
Have you
But that
guys
was another
ever bought something and it was like labeled wrong for the species? Or
Oh,
because these stingray, I was told that they were Cortez stingray, and I was like looking at pictures online. I'm like, these are not what they are, but I figured out this is like a different species, and they were only described in like 2015. These are leopard stingray, which is kind of cool.
So is that worth
cooler.
more or less than what you paid for them?
I feel like they're kind of roughly the same. With all like saltwater stingray, they're kind of all the same price. Besides like the blue ribbon tails, which are like the highest, and they're only like $350 to $500. Like the freshwater stingray are so expensive compared to the saltwater stuff.
Yeah, which is a bit weird. I would have thought the saltwater stuff would be a bit more expensive, but especially since aren't people captive breeding a lot of the freshwaters?
That's probably why they're more expensive. It's just they're all captive bred. The saltwater stuff, they don't captive breed them that much.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I would have just
the only
thought
people that are breeding them are the zoos.
Yeah.
And their aquariums,
Yeah.
Smart.
And
Smart.
They just keep them back. So
that's fair. But no, mislabeling, especially in the bug hobby, is a big problem. I usually try to vet my sources before I get stuff, so I don't usually get stuff that's the wrong species, but I've certainly gotten a few over the years that it's like, this isn't what I thought it was or what the seller thought it was. Especially too, a lot of like the wild caught stuff, like a lot of beetles. I'll have someone collect me a group of beetles, right? And it's like a mix of like 2 or 3 different species. And I only wanted the one, and it's like, okay, then I gotta separate these 3 and figure out what all I have. But
bonus beetles. What are you crying about?
Yeah, I mean it's extra beetles. It is true. But if you don't end up having like males and females of the species you bought, then it's kind of like, oh,
well, sure, be nitpicky. I want males and females.
Yeah, it's kind of what I wanted them for. But yeah, it happens. It happens.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
What else did we talk about? We talked about too much stuff.
What's your age demographics for the whole year?
Oh, let's take a look.
And all that.
Let's take a look. So the age demographics, lifetime. This is lifetime.
Uh-huh.
How old are you?
Me?
Yeah.
24. I'll be 25 in a couple weeks.
So you are sitting right in my sweet spot. That is 28.7%.
All right.
25 to 34.
Okay.
My age group is 15%. 55 to 64 is 8.8. And then 65 plus is only 6.3.
Not a lot of old people.
Nah.
What was the longest episode?
Oh, does it say?
Oh.
You should
the
know.
The longest episode was almost 3 hours.
Oh, man. That's
really?
Dang.
I don't remember what it was. I don't remember
that?
what it was or who it was, but it was almost 3 hours, and it was like we just wouldn't shut up.
Oh, my
God.
God.
We just kept going. So, because after the show, you guys know. So after the show, the lights go out, but I'm still talking to you.
Yeah.
Like, we're still talking about stuff that either didn't get taken up on the show or whatever. I should have recorded that stuff for...
You should have. That would have been bonus like Patreon content,
Yeah.
That would have been...
Would have probably had more Patreons.
Probably.
Yeah, I was making like $40 a month. It was not bad.
Yeah.
It's a pizza every month for my Patreons. Got some camera equipment. Got
A
some
pizza?
microphones.
A pizza?
Month?
What? Wait! $40 pizza? What are you buying? What are you putting on it?
I mean, I'm just saying I'm not getting
Pizza
two
now?
pizzas for $40. You get more than that for $40, but where I live, a pizza's like $25.
Oh my god!
Deep dish or thin though?
We're talking Beggar's Pizza.
Beggars,
Talking
okay.
Beggars. Yeah.
Okay,
you
so
gotta get
like
Beggars.
Tony's Pizza at Walmart, that's like $4.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. I don't. Not in my Walmart, but
Also,
I get what
the
you're saying.
best frozen pizza.
Tony's is good. Tony's is good. You got to put a little extra on there, though. Got to doctor it a little bit. It's all good. But yeah, what did we get? We got some mics we didn't use. We used them twice at your house or at Kyle's house. We filmed footage with the mics at a expo. Never used it because I don't edit video. I should probably start, but I don't edit video. Oh, Frank asked if divorces exist in my world. in my D&T world, I missed
Why
that.
wouldn't they?
Marriage doesn't exist, so
Marriage doesn't exist. Oh, okay.
maybe it does. I don't know. Seagulls or something? What's a monogamous species?
What are those like?
Are there really
shingleback-
any though? To be
shingleback
honest,
Yeah, I don't know. Penguins? I thought penguins were.
Penguins are
no, they'll switch.
Oh really? Oh okay.
They're
Yeah,
monogamous
they're
for like
not.
the year, right?
Okay.
Yeah, the
Swans.
year. Yeah,
Okay. Bunch of bullshit.
yeah
How do they even
swans
know?
might be wrong.
They might just not know. They might just think it's Shirley. They might just still think it's Shirley.
You look close enough. Yeah.
I mean, like, are they different looking? They're clones, right? Penguins are just clones.
I mean, I'm sure they'd say that about us.
Nah, there's a
Are
lot
you
of diversity.
Sarah or Margaret?
Yeah. Whatever. Margaret's good enough.
Yeah.
Taking out the trash was the longest episode. That was the hardest one to watch.
Was
It
it
wasn't
the
the longest.
longest?
I don't think it was the longest.
I don't think it was that long.
I could look at it. Let's see.
That was a solo one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was
that just
expecting
me.
you to go a lot harder on me on that episode than you did. You mentioned me like for like 3 seconds and be like, "Oh, hey, TJ, stop using Coca-Cola." That's it. Like,
Yeah, I mean, not all of them. Most of them were not as bad.
no.
Even the bad ones were not as bad as people thought they were going to be. It was a real.
Yeah.
Where is it? That one went 2.5.
Oh, that is
That did
pretty
go a
long.
long time. That did go.
I
a long
thought it was
time.
shorter than that. Huh.
A lot of it was me like, how do I say this?
Taking out a lot of trash that night.
I had it, but I didn't.
got
I don't think I
got
said
a lot
anything.
of problems, and you people are going to hear about it.
Yeah, but I don't think I said anything that was outrageous. I didn't say
No.
like.
Yeah. No.
The problem was there were some private messages that got loose before the episode aired. That's all. I was never gonna say any of that shit online on air. But whatever. That was a lot of blowback. That episode. That's why 5 of the 6 episodes got deleted.
Yeah.
People were like, "Just delete me." Okay. All right, that's fine. But again, like nothing serious was really said. I didn't go after anybody. I didn't come at anybody hard. Control your people. That's all I said. I think if you have a following, you have responsibility a little bit on how that following behaves based on what you say in your name. So that's me.
Yeah.
That's me. If my friends were going after, if anybody in my audience was going after somebody because they said something rude or something about me, I'd be like, whoa, just let me know. I'll take care of it. What are you doing?
I think I'll know
Really
I've
funny.
made it in the hobby when I have like a community, when I've built up a community of fans around me that is so toxic that if anyone says anything about me, they'll just go. And I'm gonna try to cultivate that on purpose. Actually,
I got you, bro.
That's fun. That's fun. That's just fun. You know, who doesn't want a community around them that is just going to completely destroy anybody that dares talk bad about them. I think everyone kind of wants that, to be honest. You
Just
know,
an
That's the
army
goal.
of
I think I'm
rabidly
going to
loyal
disagree with
bigot
you, Josh. I'm
chads.
going to say I think everyone should have that. Anyone that has a following, their following should be as toxic as possible. I think that keeps it fun. That keeps the conversation going. Like
It
I
does
think
keep the
I
conversation
have to
going.
disagree with you on that. Yeah. I think that's for it gives you some catharsis. People can like air out their like inner like anger issues by just attacking people online. I think that's good. I think it's a good thing. I think it's healthy. I think it gives people an outlet. You know, I think I'm on board with that actually. I think
I
I've
like
changed.
this bit you're doing right now.
Yeah. I think it's not even a bit. I'm saying I'm going to commit to this actually. TJ needs to start uploading more. I do.
Agreed.
Oh,
Yes,
what's that?
yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm just gonna like start
Every
saying
once in a while.
like random like misinformation with so matter of factly that everyone will think it's true.
Women can't spell.
Absolutely wrong.
I was talking about the bugs, not about people. But okay.
Microwave your leaves.
Microwave your well, I do, but I do because I've had entomophagus fungus in a bunch of my shit. When I don't, and that destroys culture. So it's like, hey,
I
I'd rather
mean,
sacrifice like 2% of the nutrition for a bunch of my shit not dying.
2%, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Questionable. Your questionable numbers. I question them.
They do all right.
I like my leaves raw. None of that 2% leaf crap.
Raw
just throw shit
leaves,
in.
well.
I let it
Yeah.
I let stuff sit for like a week and then it goes in the bins. That's it.
For isopods, it's fine, but for insects are a lot more susceptible to a bunch of other crap
Maybe.
that comes in on that stuff. Especially my roaches, my precious roaches.
Well,
Can't risk it.
are they
Can't
eating
risk
that stuff anyway?
Some of them, yeah. Yeah, some of them like or require leaf litter, yeah. So I got to sterilize them. For my darkling beetles, too. Darkling beetles are like the most susceptible to any fungal outbreaks.
Really?
Yeah.
Weird.
So I have to sterilize the shit out of everything I put in their enclosures. Yeah.
Kyle, what kind of eel was that?
That was a snowflake eel.
Ooh.
It's eating some squid I gave it.
That's why he
My
was
puffer
jerking his
fish.
head.
Yeah.
I was like, he's got something
They,
wrong
like,
with him.
Tear it up.
No,
Yeah.
he's trying to tear it apart.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of those morphs.
Yeah. Have you guys, when we had all those cicadas, did you guys ever catch those and feed them to your stuff?
I didn't have any in my area. I wanted to try one myself. A friend of mine tried one a few years ago. Said it tasted like bacon. So I'm like,
yeah. I collected a ton. And I froze them. I haven't really tried feeding them off, but I got like a whole.
Oh
I
my
was
God.
disappointed. I didn't see any.
Yeah.
Well, what are you doing? We got
It's
very
my
few by
crazy-
me.
It's my
Yeah,
whole
by you
freezer
got a
full.
bunch, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh, there was so much by me. Like, I think I pulled a few thousand out of the dead ones out of the pool. Those aren't the ones I froze, but there were so many by us. It was insane.
I had like nothing. I had like nothing in my house, and it's all old growth trees. But people said like if it's oak trees, they don't go by oak trees apparently.
Interesting.
So, and that's like that's not all we have, but we have a lot of oak trees in my area because it's just old. Like my neighborhood is like 150 years old. So,
Where are you out of?
what, Joliet?
Joliet. Okay.
Give us your
Yeah,
exact address on the
That's
street.
crazy. So you're not too far.
Let me give you my neighbor's address. You can harass that old bitch. You can or the witch. You could harass the witch.
Oh my God.
So I need to find a way to get a hex taken off of you because I want to like murder her cat. Because her cat is like half outdoors, right? She lets him outside all day, and then at night she comes out and she does this. She stands in her door, and it's these little apartments. It's these little tiny, like, probably studio apartments. There's a 4 apartment building right next to me. And she goes, It's making me laugh to think about it right now. She goes, ah, and I'm like, is someone watching Frozen? Like Frozen 2, really loud. So then you hear it again, ah, and then eventually, like the cat comes home.
Yeah.
Like my cat is just looking at me. He's like, I'm coming. He just came down the stairs. I swear to God. Try that on your cats, people. Ryan's back.
Wait, do your neighbors? I thought you were saying like the cat was like screeching. Your neighbor is like calling out like that, and the cat comes.
My neighbor calls like that, and the cat comes home. And then, but the cat's murdering all these animals and leaving carcasses everywhere.
Yeah, well, that's what
Oh,
they
man.
do. That's all they do. That's
Why I want it to go away. So, like, I want to get
Get
rid
one
of
of
this cat,
those live traps.
but she's like a witch in the yellow pages. Like, she does spells and shit for people.
That's
So I don't want her to find out that I like.
Oh, seriously?
dispose of her
Like
cat.
legit? Like
Yeah.
like a reading from her.
If you
Like a
Google my
psychic
address, if I ever give it to you, right next to me, if you look down on the map, right next to me, a little business will pop up, and it's like tarot readings and spells.
Oh, that's cool.
And my mom's
That's
like,
kind of creepy though.
yeah, it's a little creepy. I think she's more of a crystals type of person with tarot cards. Hold
My
on,
mom
Ryan.
used to do tarot card readings for people. Tarot card, Oracle, Lenormand, all that stuff.
That's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
Now we got Ryan. What's up,
Hey,
Ryan?
it's back.
Hey, I'm back. Sorry, guys.
Welcome back.
Feels good to be back.
Yeah.
Welcome back. We've been talking about sturgeons and I don't know what else. Neighbor witch cats.
Tarot
No,
cards.
I left, but not really. It's on the
Okay.
computer screen here. We've been listening,
He
so
knows.
I'm caught
Witches,
up.
familiars.
Yeah, Jess has been checking out all of the aquatics that Kyle has, and be like, "Oh, I want that. Can we get that? I want that. I want to get that." I'm like, "No water, no more
No
water."
Stingrays are
I'm done.
probably like my favorite thing in my collection right now.
The stingrays.
Yeah,
They're so fun to feed.
rays
They're
are
active
amazing.
and
Yeah.
they're awesome.
I'm a fan.
We'll get some.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Nope,
What's your
I'm
problem?
done. My water days are done. I'm done. No
So
more.
let's just-
It's never too late. It's never too late.
Yeah.
Oh, if
Maybe
you get
if
it for
I-
Jess, she won't have time for spiders. So
There
I
you
get
go. See, they ain't gonna
Yeah.
work.
I get it.
So how
No,
many
maybe-
individual enclosures do you have, Ryan?
Oh, buddy.
Like, are we in the
Like-
hundreds or are we like in the thousand?
Not thousand. Well, you can't count these. I mean, I guess you could count these, but I'm not going to. I would
I'm
just say
counting
like,
those. Count those.
Yeah. Every
count
lid
those.
opening is
We want a
definitely
number.
count.
Every lid that you open, that's an enclosure. I agree.
For
with
sure,
that.
yeah.
oh man,
So
they're
then
close.
you probably got to be thousands.
Yeah, close. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know, but at least that.
No.
Yeah, I can't. I try. I tell Jess I don't want to know because if I know, I get overwhelmed and I overthink it. As opposed to like, okay, I just get up in the morning and I start and I do this many and I do this section. Like I don't want to count. I don't want to know.
No,
You
but
know what
it's
I mean?
bragging rights, though. It's bragging rights.
Do you ever sections labeled like with street names?
Street names?
Street names?
No,
You should
I
label
mean,
your sections like street names.
dude,
Like,
I'm embarrassed. Like, Jess is really good at record keeping. Like, she was a good zookeeper. I was a really lousy one when it came to record keeping. So, like, we have things like we have sections. Like, we have like Poecilotheria over here and like Avix over here, and that's pretty much mostly what we got. But like,
yeah, Avic
We-
Avenue. Come on.
Avic Avenue, that's actually pretty cool. You always have such good names, Josh.
Dan, that was a no-brainer.
I didn't think about it, but
Oh, man.
yeah, no, I don't know, man. We should do better. It's just like this whole thing. It's like we're redlining all the time, so it's like trying to keep things really organized is kind of difficult. But
So you're gonna get an employee or what?
yeah, when I can afford one.
Got to talk to Sean Kramer. Get yourself a little grant. Isn't
Yeah.
that guy giving out grants and stuff?
Wouldn't need much. Wouldn't need much. I'll tell you that. But like
Sweet.
we're in the middle of nowhere. You know what I mean? So like asking someone to come all the way out here just to feed spiders. Like I don't like spiders and snakes here. You know what I mean? Like people wouldn't understand that. So
Sure.
Yeah.
trying to find a kid, like an intern. You know what I mean? Like,
Look for that goth kid with the like spikes that he plugged into his own jacket and the
dude, there's got to be one here,
Gauges.
but he's nowhere close. Like the dude, guy or girl would have to. They're
What
at
is
least
that?
45 minutes away.
How did you do that?
Yeah, how do you get the little like? You got like a little like
No,
icon.
oh, if you went like this, did you accidentally go like that?
Did I?
I don't know. It popped up like a thumbs emoji. on the
Yeah,
thing.
there's like a little thumb
Like
emoji.
bubbles came out of your mouth, and then there was like a
Yeah.
like emoji.
Oh, it's just I'm just getting tired, dude. It's just happening. I don't
No,
know.
it's-
It just happens.
You're not understanding. You're not understanding.
Hmm?
Like you were talking an emoji, like it was like an Instagram thing or something.
Yeah.
Like what is it? Snapchat?
Oh, I
It's
don't
like a
know.
Snapchat filter or something came up.
No,
That's
that
cool.
was him. He just stuff starts coming out of him when he gets
Yeah.
tired.
Yeah.
I'm getting
His
tired.
can't contain his human form anymore.
I had
Yeah.
a horrendous Topo Chico a minute ago. Like, shit, I'm just getting crazy.
A Tobo Chico.
Yeah, Jess gets these little seltzer things. They're horrendous, or
Terrible.
whatever
I
they
hear
are.
it has those forever chemicals in it. Maybe that's
Yeah,
the emoji thing.
yeah. You can
Yeah.
taste that,
Yeah.
whatever that is coming. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's all it is, man. It's nothing. It's nothing
That's
crazy.
all it is.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
think
it
you
was
should put
literally an
more
emoji.
forever chemicals and stuff.
I'm boggled how you did the emoji.
When they're-
It's turning the frogs gay, man.
no, but listen, they're forever chemicals. So if your body's like 80 or 90% forever chemicals, then you'll never die, right? Like
Right,
you're-
you just
Mm.
preserve
Yeah.
yourself.
Exactly.
You're
Or are you
pickling
already dead
In real
because you're
time.
not you anymore? You're 80%.
Right.
You're you enough.
Whatever
You
that
could argue
is.
you could argue you're already dead then, because like your cells regenerate completely. Like every like 5 years or whatever, all your cells have replaced themselves, so you're not yourself that you were 5 years ago.
Mm.
That makes
anymore.
sense. That makes sense.
It's like the same with forever chemicals. You're you. You just
I'm not the same person I was when I
got a
started
little
this program.
lead and stuff. Yeah.
That's
You're
right,
you
yeah.
plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're
We're something.
plus.
We're something else, Josh. We're something
Yeah.
else.
We've all grown a little, right?
Slowly turning into like a Palpatine type being.
I feel that. I was just telling Jess today, like, man, I'm turning into like something else. Like I use
Do it.
explicit words, but yeah, there it is. That
There it is.
Do it.
Do it. Yeah.
Unlimited forever chemicals.
Yes, unlimited PFAS. Oh,
Yeah.
man. That's good.
So, yeah, Kyle was like 12 years old the first time I came on the show.
12 years old.
Maybe, I don't know, dude. It was,
He was
you've
young. He
been
was
doing
just a
this
little
for what,
skinny.
5 years?
Yeah.
He was a
it's
little
probably,
skinny
what,
college kid.
18?
Nice.
Yeah.
Showed up and I had like my little, I had my shitty tablet and my phone. And it was a really shitty tablet.
Yeah.
So we did it with that. It worked really well. We had the little microphones.
That was
Kyle
a
was
long
like-
time ago.
It was. I don't think you knew how to deal with it.
Yeah, no. I'm definitely much better with it for sure.
Well,
and
now
my
that you're
collection
doing,
is probably double the size now, I would say.
Nice.
that's just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to his collection with my daughter. I thought it'd be a good idea. She was like 2. Nah, it sucked. I couldn't check anything out. I couldn't check anything out or look at anything because I was worried she was going to open something or get into
Yeah.
something. Or
Yeah.
she wasn't into it at all. I was like, look at this. This is a super rare monitor.
Yeah.
Give it a few years. Yeah.
Is she
You look
into
away for
animals
2
now, though?
seconds. She's
Yeah.
holding a poisonous cobra, venomous cobra. Sorry.
Right? What's that, Kyle?
Is she into animals and, helping you take care of stuff at your house, or?
Oh, she doesn't help do anything. No, she doesn't. She doesn't help do anything. I think she takes the animals for granted because they're just
Okay.
always a part of her life. So she doesn't
Yeah.
care. So when we get the big fish tank, we'll see. I'm going to ask her to help out with it, and then she can help out with some other stuff too.
Yeah.
So
There you
I
go.
am
I
going to
know.
try to capture one more ant colony. So that's going to be this. We're going to try to see this year if we can do that with her.
What's the best time to go do that?
Right, the first days that you're getting into 70-degree weather.
Okay.
When it's in the 60s now, there's a winter ant that's going to come out, and those we have around us. So there's a park where I caught 6 queens, and none of them had mated yet. I got there a little early, I guess. So at this park, I walked up to my wife and I'm like, "You have a queen ant on you." She said, "Get it off." And so I put it I emptied a water bottle and I threw it in there real quick, and then I look at the slide. I'm playing hide and seek with my daughter, and I jump on the slide to hide there, like lay on the slide so she'll run past. And one is right here, like right there. I was like, oh my God. So then she's like, there's one on you as well. Like as I ran up to put it on, they were everywhere. So middle of the day, kids playing. It was awesome. But they'll be out. But the other ones, if you want to catch a full colony, now you like get ready when it gets to be like 70, they'll bring the colony up to start to warm up, like under a rock or under some leaves. They'll be right at the surface. So if you flip a rock, there's a good chance you can find a colony right there with brood and everything. And you just jam a shovel in there, put that
I've
shovel
seen
of dirt
that.
into a container. Yeah, and then odds
Yeah.
are good. If you have the queen, you got a whole new colony.
Nice. You
I
might
might
have
need-
to
Hard
take
part.
me out to go do that. That sounds
Yeah.
like a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah.
I want them because there's a roach species that my friends have collected a couple times down south that only live in Camponotus nests.
Really?
And we've tried culturing them a few times without the Camponotus, and they don't seem to do well. It seems the babies will starve. It looks like they're constantly like looking up for food as if they're trying to. We think they probably induce trophallaxis in the ants, like get them to feed them.
Wow.
So because of that, have not been able to breed them without ants. So I kind of want to get a Camponotus colony going and
That's
and eat
easy.
those roaches. And
I
then-
will get you a resource where you can see when the flights are happening.
Mhm.
And then they're not hard to do from a
Yeah.
flight. But
Yeah,
if you want to look, like I said, if you look under, bring a shovel and a container,
yeah.
and then the shovel has to be,
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to fill the container, but it has to be able to kind of fit into the container, right?
Yeah.
A
yeah.
trowel probably is good.
Yeah.
Just flip a rock and be ready to scoop because they'll start dragging everything down immediately.
Mhm.
So get in there a little bit, scoop it into the
Yeah.
container.
Yeah.
Odds are good you'll get something.
Yeah, I'm just hoping the ones in my area would work because, like, most of the Camponotus here are like soiled. Like, they don't actually burrow into wood because there's no wood around here. It's just
Right.
scrubland, and they're really pretty. There's some, like a lot of like black and red ones, like really pretty Camponotus. But I don't know if they'll work for the roaches that I have in mind. But I would assume any Camponotus would do. But we'll see.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I can try.
No.
They're just
Like-
going to eat them.
Yeah, right. That's
Take 'em down.
that's the worry. But they're super flat though, the roaches. So like they kind of like hunker down against objects so ants can't grab them. So
There's all kinds of like
Okay.
symbiotic and
Mhm.
parasitic animals that live with
Yeah.
ants.
yeah.
There's a species of isopod. There's crickets.
Mhm.
I didn't know there were roaches. There's roaches
Yeah.
apparently.
I've bred the ant crickets before without the ants. They're very fragile, but I've done.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
They love springtails. They love having springtails in the nest.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's kept me
They
from
got-
having any issues with like mold or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's thousands of springtails in the nest.
Oh man. Yeah.
Just
They do pretty well with them.
yeah. They don't go into the nest proper.
Mhm.
I don't notice them like in with the eggs and the larvae and stuff.
Yeah.
I've never seen a springtail in there, but they're all over the bottom and the tunnels that
Mhm.
aren't being used and
Yeah. That makes
pretty good
sense.
stuff.
Yeah.
Camponotus mimic jumping spiders. What? Frank,
Oh, those are cool. I've
if you
seen
want
some
to
that
catch me
mimic-
one of those, I don't know how much I would pay for that. I couldn't tell you how much I would pay for that. Because I want something that will feed on them a little bit,
Yeah.
take out a few.
Yeah.
I would just let them breed in my basement. Shit. Why
Yeah.
not, right?
Right? Yeah. Might as well. Take care of all the escapees.
All the escapees, I'm still having
Yeah.
problems.
Yeah.
I went DEFCON 4, I got the diatomaceous earth,
Mm-hmm.
and basically they had I found out it doesn't hurt the lizards and it doesn't hurt fish. So
Yeah.
I pumped it into, they had a small little, I don't know that it was a nest fully or what, but there was a small little cubby in the tank here that had a bunch of the Camponotus in it, like 50 or 60. So I took the diatomaceous earth thing and I just put it in the top and gave it a squeeze,
Mm-hmm.
and then rinsed it out a couple days later.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen an ant in there since then. But I was like, enough's enough because they're with morning geckos. I don't want them big enough to actually maybe damage the morning gecko.
Yeah.
So I don't want that. Which they're doing pretty good. I've got 4 clutches of eggs that I know of right now.
Mhm.
Nice.
There's usually one. Yeah, there's one right here. I don't know if you can see or not. It's literally right there at the end of my finger.
Uh-huh. That I think I see it. Yeah.
You can see a blob.
Yeah. A blob.
Yep, there's a blob. They don't run though.
Yeah.
Usually there's one right on this stick.
hmm
So right there's one. So out of the 3, hopefully we'll get more.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
I love all
Hey,
the carcinogenic stuff. They're awesome.
they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until
I
you
got
get
these
too many.
yellow spotted night lizards from
Those are
Mike,
cool.
actually.
Ah, those are cool.
Are these guys parthenogenic too?
Yeah, they are. It takes a while though. They're not as like prolific as the morning geckos are. These guys have live birth.
Yeah. One of my friends has a few of those. They're really cool. I don't know if he has the
Yeah.
Parso or non-Parso line though. I forget.
No, it's-
Are they as cannibalistic as the morning geckos are?
I'm not sure because I just had babies, so I haven't had a litter yet. But I would say probably. I don't know if you could see it. Oh, darn it off.
I just saw it.
something move.
Yeah.
They're
They're really cool.
they're really cool.
They got a
And then
cool look.
I got those heteronosis
anyone else?
geckos as well.
Did anyone else see the hair, the lock of hair on the side of Kyle's face when he turned his head and think it was a roach?
No.
Oh,
I thought it was like a giant roach that was like on the side of his head.
Hey,
And then I said, oh, it's hair. Never mind. It was a weird reflection.
Yeah.
It made it look like totally different color than your hair.
I mean, my hair kind of has like a reddish hue to it, but
Okay. We might be brothers.
yeah, maybe. Somewhere, I mean, somewhere down the line, probably.
Somewhere down the line. Eventually. We're all brothers, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
So, okay. All right, guys. I think we were going for the world record. But I think we got it. Anybody else? I got to do my favorite moments. They're not in any particular order. That are associated. These are associated with the show and the show. Okay. So, naming Russ Wilson, Bob Russ, and doing that Star Wars episode with him, and then he came on the show as Bob Russ.
Mm-hmm.
That was the best. That was the best. And he did his own episode on his show where he was Bob Russ.
Yes.
And some shorts. That's because of me.
Started the meme.
I don't know if you guys saw the episode when I did the leafcutter ants. So we started the episode out, and the guy who came on had this huge bin of sticks with leaves, and then he had his leafcutter ant colony attached to that bin. And over the course of the episode, you get to see this like 40-gallon tub of leaves become a 40-gallon tub of sticks in an hour and a half.
That's
I
cool.
think I saw that one.
That was amazing. It's kind of early. It's kind of early on.
Yeah,
It's like leaf cutters with Cheeto or Cheeto Rapido. I forget. Wally did a bit on my show where he played poppin' tags and came out in this like weird Wisconsin hoopty outfit. And he was a Wisconsin gangsta.
Oh my god.
Nice.
And it was the best.
So
That was
wholesome.
quite the entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to go to the Shed Aquarium with Biggs, Chris Biggs. If you get a chance to go to an aquarium with Chris Biggs, I recommend fully to go and fully to like not go. It was a lot of fun, but Chris is very intense on fish. Like it's like what my family feels when they go to the zoo with me because I'm intense with the animals. That's what I felt like with Biggs at the aquarium. Usually I'm the guy that's everybody's like, come on, let's go see something else. And I was like, Chris, come on. You said that fish is in 500 other tanks. Let's go look at some corals or something. So, but it was the best. That despite that, that's not even a real complaint. It was just a funny notice thing that I noticed. A notice thing
that you noticed.
Noticeable thing.
You can tell the dementia's kicking in.
Oh no.
And then the last best thing I think that had to happen because of the show was somebody asked me for an autograph at NARBC.
Oh.
Boom.
Guy named John. If you're watching, John, still like was a big moment.
Yeah.
It's a big moment. It made my ego swell so bad. That reminded me during the wait. What did Wayne say here? I'm gonna head to bed. Oh, yeah, take your dog for a walk, Wayne. Poop corn is the new name for rubber duckies. So Wayne is a brand new viewer, and he's been going through every episode, like just binging the entire channel.
Yeah.
God bless him. I can't even do it. I can't even do it. It's hard to watch yourself do stuff.
Agreed.
I hate watching myself on
Oh
video.
yeah. Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's weird.
Stand it.
It's weird. I was gonna put together clips, and I'm like, I can't watch how many hours of myself, or fast forward even. Every time I touch my face, I'm like, don't touch your face. Someone turned off the channel.
Yeah.
That's statistically true. But it's been really humbling, like to have guests on that so much know their stuff, and Justin.
Yeah. Well, I hope you're not including me in that.
To have so many people that know so much about so many things and want to share that knowledge and are comfortable coming on and doing these talks for this long has just been so fun and so rewarding. And I think, Justin, I think you said something that you got something out of pretty much every episode where you learned some crazy thing that you never thought of or had to Google to make sure we weren't making stuff up.
I had to Google it so I wouldn't forget it and lose it. Like I gotta remember that because I need it.
Okay, that works too.
Well, like even the other week when TJ was on about like the worst thing you can do is feed organic produce to your bugs. Didn't know that. You feed organic.
Yeah.
I thought it was better.
Not.
Live and learn. Live and learn. But yeah, I feel like to know that people have learned something from the show, even a little bit of stuff, is just humbling, because that's kind of what I set out to do, is build a community. And the community thing worked for a while, but I think it's you get out of it what you put into it. And at the end of the day, like I stopped putting into it as much. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the isopods became less of a focus, and you can't change your channel to Anto Buddies in the middle. It just doesn't. Turns too many people off. But the way that it evolved was that every animal that we keep could be a buddy to an isopod, could be buddies.
Yeah.
So it gave me a chance to just talk about all the random shit that I'm totally into or am not into in the case of leeches and assassin bugs and whatever else animals you feed off of yourself.
Yeah.
Snakes. I don't care about snakes. Not a huge spider guy, but I think I appreciate a spider a ton. Yeah, we got to talk about things that I kind of hate. Centipedes.
Yeah.
I'm with you on those centipedes,
arachnids,
man.
but I watch all of Ryan's episodes.
Yeah.
And you don't like arachnids?
No, I'm not a spider guy.
Took me a long time too, so I get it.
I'm very focused on the jumpers because that's one of the creatures where, like, it's looking at you and something's looking back. Like, you look into their eyes and something's actually, like, taking you in and assessing you. Even though Ryan told me that being a spider guy, the scariest possible giant spider is the jumping spider.
Oh yeah, we did talk about that. Like if they were the size of a chipmunk or a squirrel.
Yeah.
I think you said the size of a golden retriever. It was the size of a golden retriever.
Oh,
like,
that would be even worse. I still.
You would be dead.
I think if they were the size of chipmunks, we'd have some problems.
Yeah.
Well,
to be honest with you.
Everything would shift, right? The whole,
everything.
Kids wouldn't be able to go outside.
Yeah. They're little monsters, man.
Yeah,
they're cute because they're small, but if they weren't small.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to try to look at them through the eyes of the fruit fly.
Right.
And be like, oh, yeah, that's instant death. You didn't know death was coming today.
Right.
But it is. I am going to leave all the episodes up. I'm definitely going to leave everything up. So,
yeah, do that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Fishy Plumber changed his name. Yeah, they're not going anywhere. It doesn't cost me anything. I wouldn't take them down. It's part of my narcissism now, so it's got to stay up.
Yeah.
Plus, we may come back and do a couple of special things, or if something comes up that I catch. I'm not real involved in the community anymore, so I don't really have any major investment in that. As long as nobody's messing with my friends, then you got to go. I'll figure it out.
TJ's messing with me.
Well, he better stop.
What do you mean? What?
I'm just picking on you.
Did I keep yawning?
I've
Oh,
gotten
no,
to
yeah.
mediate. I've gotten to mediate people having issues because of the show, so that's been good. That's
No,
been good.
You're missing my point, though. I'm not going to be picking on people. I'm going to get other people to pick on people for me. That's my whole. That's going to be my whole thing now.
That's the whole thing. Yeah, you got to get cronies first.
Yes,
and then you set your cronies
Exactly.
on your enemies.
Yes.
Hi, Soda.
Way to do it.
But yeah, the whole thing has been just so rewarding and so much fun and just a blast. The people, obviously, the people make it 100% worth it. You guys, the audience, the guests, people that I try to explain the show to, because you'll be like, I'll offhandedly mention, oh, yeah, I've got a YouTube channel. Really? What is it? Like, you'd be just blown away. The people that are like, oh my God, they freak out like you're some kind of influencer or something. And you go, no, there's little tiny people on there too. It doesn't mean I didn't get a deal with Pepsi or anything. Like, none of those things are happening.
Yeah.
I'm still nobody. So, but it's been just great. It's been a great time. So you guys, I'm going to close you guys out, and then I'm going to close out the show itself. Good?
All right.
So thanks for
Please.
coming on.
Goodbye.
I appreciate
Thank you,
sharing
Josh.
this moment.
Having
Hey,
Look
us.
at that!
Hey! How
For
did
you,
he do
buddy.
that?
I don't know.
You get a
Don't ask.
green screen.
He said doesn't know. He knows. He knows.
I swear to God, I have no idea what I'm doing. Did you see
He's
that?
just messing with us at this
Even
point.
Jess is like, "What are you doing?" I'll try it again.
There we go.
How?
For you, buddy.
That's crazy.
I love it. All right, well, you're out first. You earned it.
All right.
Justin, we'll see you. Thanks for coming on.
Yep.
Thanks.
Kyle, we'll see you.
See ya.
It's going to kick you out as you say goodbye.
Yeah.
TJ, we'll see you.
Goodbye. Thanks for
Bye.
having me.
Guys, this is always fun doing this show. I swear to God. It's going to be real hard not to do it, but at the same time, it's something kind of off my plate. So I'm glad you made it for the last minute too, Soda. But it's been a lot of fun, and I've had a lot of good times and so many friends from the show that I'll be talking to. I mean, these three guys, I'll talk to them forever. So about random stuff. It's not like it's going to be, I don't know you anymore. It's just great. So, and this community has been really good to me, very supportive, through thick and thin, I don't know what else to say. Guys, have a great week. We won't see you next Tuesday, but we'll see you some Tuesday. I promise. Some Tuesday in the future, you will see me show up in your YouTube feed. All right? And I will talk to you later. Love you guys sincerely. Thank you so much.